Good evening, everyone. How's it going? Hopefully well, 'cause it's going great for me. We're gonna be right now ranking all indie death battles. Uh, yeah, it's not gonna be just me. We're just troubleshooting a few things. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, we're gonna be doing this, but it's like showing weird strangeness. Anyways, let me introduce the co-host. Hello, JT McVibes.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
What's
here.
up?
Just give me a second. I gotta stream OBS to Discord.
All right.
Display capture. No, we're gonna use window capture for this. Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to my Discord.
Welcome to my gamer pad. As you can see, I flipped a many a chair.
The reason we're using Discord for this is he found this tournament thing for these, so we're gonna.
Bitch, I didn't find it. I made it.
Oh, he made this. You made this. Never mind. He made
Bitch, I
this.
made all of them that we're gonna do today.
Oh, great. We're going to do a lot of them. Alrighty, then let's get this started. We're starting off
Alright.
with, this is the entire indie run, all music, this is just the indie run, regular
This is just
things.
the episodes.
Alright, let's take a look at it then. Start it.
Alright, first.
Oh, this is easy. Spider-Man versus Deku.
Yeah, as much as there's a lot of effort put into Kratos Asura, it's boring beyond all comprehension.
Spider-Man versus Deku was such a fun experience. The animation was, like, beautiful. The music was phenomenal, and while the matchup was kind of one-sided, no, not kind of, really one-sided, it was at least enjoyable to watch. Kratos versus
It's a very
Asura wasn't.
very underrated episode, Spider-Man versus Deku.
Yeah, Kratos
It's
wasn't
not even close.
entertaining. Kratos wasn't entertaining. So yeah, Spider-Man versus Deku. I will fight for Romano versus Joker. I will fight it. I will fight for
And I will fight for Wily versus Tom. It is overhated.
You go first. Why do you think Wily versus Tom overhated, and why do you think it should be chosen over
I
Jorno versus
I
Joker?
I constantly see people put this like C tier. It's like okay, it's not mind blowing episode. It's not groundbreaking or anything, but it is a good entertaining battle. I love the rundowns, especially from Wily, where they go over freaking Chuck Jones' creation of
Okay.
Wily.
All right. I see
And a lot
your.
of people say that the animation is stiff, but that's because they're comparing it to the old-fashioned frickin' cartoons that they come from, made by $1 million studios.
I see where you're coming from for all this. It's a nice history lesson on both studios, both cartoons in general. Their inspirations, their everything. I think the animation itself is fine. The backing track isn't my favorite. The matchup was fun and easy, but I feel like the problem with it that I have, like massively, is that it's a toon fight. But the way that they handle the toon fight isn't as entertaining as it's been handled in the past. Like this is kind of bad because I'm doing comparisons, but I'm comparing this to like Courage Scooby. Think of that real quick.
Hmm,
Courage Scooby is probably one of the best death battles I've seen, and they're still
definitely.
able to handle that like cartoonish looniness without like losing any of its value. And I feel like they use the cartoonish looniness, but it loses some of its value. It's weird. It's hard to explain. I know Joker however you pronounce it. Giorno, that guy. Joker versus the JoJo's
DiGiorno.
guy. DiGiorno, yeah. No, that's the pizza place.
It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
DiGiorno. I know people have their problems with it, and it specifically comes with like how they did the power scaling for it, and how they definitely gave Joker the edge in certain almighty parts. But that is an entertaining fight with probably it's not the best, but a really good backing track. And I think that that alone puts it. Mm, okay, I will admit, Wily vs. Tom, better explanation, way better explanation by like far. But I'm just gonna call him DiGiorno. I don't feel like thinking of his name.
DiGiorno.
DiGiorno versus Joker, I feel like has the more entertaining fight, the better backing track, and yeah.
Okay, yeah, backing track definitely. Giorno Giovanna, freaking Requiem for a Thief is a good one. We'll see that
We'll get
later,
back. We'll
but
get to that later.
the thing is, comparing
Answer me
these
the
two,
thing.
shut the fuck up. The one thing that the one thing that Joker versus Giorno is over Wiley versus Tom, honestly, is forgettable.
Ooh.
In comparison to Wiley versus Tom, I feel like I forget a lot more about Joker Giorno.
I feel the same way, but with Wiley versus Tom, we obviously have a bias on this for both, because I like Persona and you like the
Not Persona. I
yeah,
like watching anvils being dropped
yeah.
on cats.
I like the teenagers going into people's minds, and you like seeing anvils fall on people's heads.
That's very true.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to say this, but do we flip a coin? Because we both
I was
obviously.
about to say,
Yeah. Let's
I
yeah,
think we
just flip
just
a
gotta
coin.
flip a coin.
Yeah. Create a coin flip and just flip it. No. Heads
Right, this never
Joker.
counts. This one never counts. Okay.
Heads Joker versus Giorno. Tails Wiley. Damn it.
Tails, baby!
Uh, just like what Wiley has. Simone versus Kyle. Simone versus Kyle. I know
You're
this is.
gonna hate me.
You're saying Hulk versus Godzilla.
I like the rundown so much more.
The run. Okay, Hulk versus Godzilla. Amazing rundown. The fight itself. It's better thinking of like the fight, as like a story than it is an actual death battle.
That's true.
The Simone versus Kyle fight is definitely one of my personal favorites of the series. I feel like they give both characters so much. While I do say I think Simone has a tiny bit more than Kyle in the fight, like if you think about it, a lot of the cool
Yeah.
hype moments come from Simone. But Hulk versus Godzilla, you could also say the same thing about. A lot of the cool things come from, well, Hulk. But the difference.
Wait. No,
Oh,
you
sorry.
go.
No, you go first.
No, you go. You're already gone.
But the difference between Simone, Kyle, and Hulk Godzilla's fight for me, number one, the backing track, and I feel like there's more memorable moments of Simone versus Kyle. Because when you think of Hulk versus Godzilla, you think of the beginning part and then that punch at the end. But for Simone versus Kyle, there's so much you can drag from. You can like think of the Superman fight with him in the sky. Think of the Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Kyle using the emotional spectrums to form a drill for the drill clash. That final clash at the end, and the spiral being formed with the Tengen Toppa and that giant drill clash. There's so many memorable moments in Simone versus Kyle. While Hulk versus Godzilla has an amazing rundown, an amazing information explanation, and definitely one of the smarter death battles in my opinion. But it just doesn't have that many memorable moments that I can just think of. Like, oh my goodness, yeah, that happened in Hulk versus Godzilla.
Well, first Godzilla has Hatsune Miku.
Oh,
Case closed.
Ooh. Okay.
You know what? You did win me over with that. I have to say, yeah, Simon versus
I,
Kyle is. But the
I,
way I looked at it is that the fights are kind of uneven. I think Simone and Kyle's is a bit better of a fight, but I think that just the rundown of Hulk versus Godzilla kind of blows it out of the water.
yeah,
But yeah, I definitely give it to Simone versus
the
Kyle.
whole rundown for Hulk versus Godzilla is immaculate. It's
That was probably the best of the season.
Of course,
One of them.
they definitely put the most amount of explanation in Hulk vs. Godzilla. I just like Simone vs. Kyle. I just think
Yeah,
it's
I
neat.
give it.
I just think
I
it's
give it.
neat.
I, I just think they're neat.
I just think they're neat. Oh, Blade versus Buffy. Oh wait, what do you think? Why are they using that photo of Blade? I don't like how he looks in it.
He looks like Michael B. Jordan.
He
I think that
does.
is Michael B.
Why
Jordan.
is Michael B.
It might
Jordan
be
Blade?
Michael B.
Why
Jordan.
is Michael B. Jordan Blade?
Because there's only one blade. Only ever gonna be one blade.
There's only one Blade. And one. Oh my goodness, I messed up that line. Okay, so
Only ever gonna be one blade.
which one do you think you would choose? Because I've been starting this off a lot, and I want to hear your thing on which you would choose for this.
Ooh. They're actually kind of even for me.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I rewatched Chief versus Doom Guy, recently, and they are kind of even for me.
Actually, now that I think about it, when you lose the charm of it being like one of the first live action ones in a very long time, there isn't really too much there. And it's the same thing with Chief versus Slayer. You all know how it was going to happen, and there wasn't really too much there.
That's true, but I feel like I don't know. With Blade versus Buffy, both the both the pro and the con is that opening rave scene.
Oh yeah.
It's such a good scene.
It's such a good scene, but like
But once it's over, there's not much.
once it's over, the only really big memorable moments I can think of is like that bathroom fight scene, and then when they take out
And
the
then his
sword.
voice.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, never
I'm
mind.
s-
Chief
I
versus
know
Slayer.
the
Chief versus Slayer.
I I know that the guy has come out and like gone over like how trying to talk with the fangs is almost near impossible, and he like has proven that he could do a much better voice now, but
Of course.
that does not mean that that voice was not
Yeah.
jarring
It
to
was.
hear.
It was definitely jarring because you see this blade. He's so cool, and then you hear his voice, and it's like, what? What?
Like the
Huh?
voice gets better towards the end of it, but damn, that first line was rough.
Okay, I think I have a way I can defend Blade versus Buffy. There's a behind the scenes thing where Blade just starts busting it down. He just starts dancing.
Let's play for Buddy.
It's Blade versus Buffy. Now, we talked a lot
Honest-
about Blade versus Buffy. I think we should talk about the positives of Chief versus Doom Guy.
The rocket scene, the one where he chases after the freaking rocket is hilarious.
What about the Halo 3 rodents everywhere?
Oh yes.
Actually, hold on, wait. This is actually proving why Chief versus Doomslayer should win, because we're remembering more parts of Chief versus Doomslayer than we really are of Blade versus Buffy, besides like the parts that we already said.
That's true. Also, it is the only time in Death Battle history where the combatants stop to fight other enemies has worked since Leon versus Frank.
That's because they had to find some way to make the fight longer, because Chief Doomslayer would just kill Chief.
That's very true.
It's insane. So, what do you think?
I think we gotta give it to Chief versus Doomslayer.
I admit. Also, backing track, a really good backing track in my opinion. I wasn't a really big fan of Blade versus Buffy's backing track.
I like the first. I love the rave scene music.
Yeah, the rave scene
and
was
then
good.
it kind of dropped.
Okay, yeah, the rave scene's really good, and then it just drops from there. Okay, so Chief
And
versus
then
Doom.
the ending is pretty cool.
Yeah, but like it's the ending. There's not really a lot there. So Chief versus Doom.
I mean, it's just between two A minuses.
I
Honestly.
okay. Don't move on next. I really hope Ghost versus Spawn.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, you're not gonna choose Ruby versus Maka, are you?
I fucking love Ruby versus Maka.
Oh, but it's
I
Ghost
love
Rider versus.
both of them.
It's Ghost Rider versus Spawn, though. Okay, so
They're both so good. I think I have my one argument against Ghost Rider versus Spawn.
what?
The one detriment of Ghost Rider versus
Are you gonna
Spawn.
say that he doesn't fully say "Welcome to Hell," motherfucker?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am.
I'm pretty sure there's a variation
YouTube
of that.
fucked over the episode.
Yeah, there's a variation of it on like the Death Battle website where he actually says the full thing. I think.
I know he does because I watched the premiere of it. And he says the full thing, and it was so cool. It's
Well,
Keith David reference.
Of course. It'd be really funny if once Ghost Rider lost, he went up. So things look bad in your back.
Oh no. But honestly, just Ruby versus Maka is just a beautiful animation like throughout. The song,
Oh,
as
okay.
much as I love Hell's Angels,
Okay.
we'll get into the song, but
Let's not debate the song too much because we're gonna have massive arguments on the songs. I can already
Oh, yeah.
tell.
I love the Adagio scene, and the fact that the whole thing is a tribute episode really bumps it up.
Okay, yeah, the fact that it's a tribute
It's-
episode is cool. But think about this for a second. Hell's Angels, when Spawn was dragged to hell, think of that like build up to seeing the Infinity Clock. That was so sick, and then you
Mhm.
knew the fight was truly starting when they both went to hell and they started powering up to their stronger things. Engulfed in the flames when the wings come out, and then they have their little conversation of how the vestments of the holy will not disguise your wickedness. God forbid. And then they have the giant fight where Spawn's attacks are starting to form more heavenly areas, and Ghost Riders are starting to form more devilish, hellish areas. And then both of the stairs at the end.
Mm.
Ruby versus
One
Maka,
thing
though. That one I
with
like.
Ghost Rider versus Spawn. Not much happens. It's mostly effect work. When they
Ooh,
boil down the fight, they really kind of just punch each other.
you make a good point. The
They make
choreography.
it look really freaking cool.
The Sans reference though. There's a Sans reference in the truck.
Shit, there's a Sans reference.
Ruby versus Maka. Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought there was something on my screen for that. There isn't. Ruby versus Maka. I have something I will say that I do think they do a lot better than Ghost Rider versus Spawn, and you already kind of touched upon it. The choreography in that fight is immaculate.
It's beautiful.
I also,
And the voice work is also
well, I mean,
honestly they're on par.
didn't they get the Ruby voice actor for Ruby?
Yep, the original Ruby voice actress. Honestly, I think the jokes are also funnier
I
in Ruby versus Maka. The freaking
I
the
like the
paper.
yeah. I was just about to say the paper.
Spitting image.
Hey, who are you looking for? I recently,
This is just like the freaking Scott Pilgrim. Have
I
you ever
know.
seen this girl?
I know. I also like what's it called? When the Soul guy, what I forget what his name was, the boyfriend Scythe. I've never seen Soul Eater, so I'm sorry,
Soul?
Soul Eater. Yeah, Soul, that guy. I like
Soul
when
Evans.
I like when he's playing the piano. I like that one. I like that scene a lot.
Yeah, the piano scene, the one bit of 2D animation, and apparently they actually animated him playing the piano right.
Okay, so no, I don't want Ghost Rider versus Spawn to lose though, because that's such a good
This is
matchup.
between like two top seeds.
Oh, I don't want to say, but I think you're convincing me on Ruby versus Maka just because of how much you've said. And it's also a matchup that I did some research when I was trying to find matchups that people would want, and Ruby versus Maka was up there for some reason.
Ruby vs. Maka has had probably one of the longest legacies on the show.
Yeah, so fuck.
Because it was a legacy matchup. It was a tribute. It was the matchup
to Rooster
requested
Teeth.
by the creator of Ruby before he died.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ghost
That's
Rider
why
versus
it's a
Spawn.
tribute. It's such
I'm
a good.
sorry, Ghost Rider versus Spawn. I'm sorry. This Ghost Rider
It's a
versus
shame
Spawn
to see
was one of
freaking
my
Ghost Rider.
favorite matchups ever. But because of
Was
everything
such a
going
good
for
episode.
Ruby versus Maka, damn it, I don't even like.
It's
I don't like
It's the
Soul Eater.
top 5 matchup versus the top 4 matchup.
I don't like Ruby or Maka. I haven't seen either show, so I have no bias between either of them. But oh my god, no! It's
Honestly,
Ruby
those are the best episodes. Like a freaking Alucard versus Dio is one of my favorite episodes because I didn't know either character.
Oh, oh.
This is a war of attrition, and I'm about to win it. It's Bowser versus Eggman.
Okay, so Dante versus Clive is one of my most wanted matchups of all time, and I'm so happy they did it. But it's Bowser versus Eggman.
It's a Bowser versus
It's
Eggman.
we don't need to elaborate. It's Bowser versus Eggman.
No, we don't. It's Bowser versus Eggman. Another one.
I like-
Top 4 matchup versus top 3,
I-
top 2, top 1.
I'd like to say, Josh, that two out of my top 4 favorite death battles have just been eliminated.
Oh,
Just choose
Bowser,
Bowser
it's
versus
just-
Eggman. We
it's
already
just
know.
that.
Oh, yep. We all know where this is going. Everyone hates
Is-
Bardock versus Omni-Man, and I hate Bardock versus Omni-Man. It's easy. It's easy.
Honestly, I just like Shigaraki versus Mahito.
Even if it wasn't Bardock versus Omni-Man, if it was like something else, like if this was Deku versus Spider-Man versus Shigaraki versus Mahito, I think we'd still choose Shigaraki versus Mahito.
Oh yeah, it's such a good episode.
Moro really outdid himself when it came to the animation. I always remember the intro scene of that, where like it's just showing all the people and that guy's head explodes.
I will always remember the scene of Mahito standing in front of the oncoming train, licking his arm, and just that line delivery is so damn good.
I like when he's a burned corpse and he says "Game over," and then he goes, "Did you really just say that?" And then he just continues
Did
the
he just
fight.
say
It's
that?
awesome. It's awesome.
Just the vocal performances. I think those like Shigaraki vs Mahito is one of the best in the series, just because of how they deliver each line.
The voice acting in Shigaraki vs. Mahito is truly immaculate, and everyone hates Bardock vs. Omni-Man because we all know why we hate Bardock vs. Omni-Man.
I think it's fine. I just don't like the fight.
I don't
I
like
just think
the
the
fight.
fight's a little stiff.
I don't like the fight. It's animated stiffly, and Omni-Man was given an unfair bias.
I really don't care who wins.
You'd say that.
I just think that the death was also kind of lackluster.
Dude, he
He
says-
kind of just fell into the sun.
Said Saiyan, Kakarot, whatever he says that. Remember it, and then he dies. He wouldn't do that. He would just stand there in the sun and he'd just die. That's
Fuck you.
It's Shigaraki versus Mahito.
It's a shame that Steve Jobs died of ligma.
What do you-
fucking Steve Jobs?
The thing is, though,
He
the
just
worst,
died. He just floats
worst-
away to die.
the worst part about this, though, is that I'd say Omni-Man versus Homelander, Omni-Man's last matchup, is probably one of, if not the greatest. Oh, I forgot. That was for a segment. Second greatest death battle of all time, just because
Oh,
of how
it's
they
such a
handle the
good one.
characters, and they
Oh
just
yeah,
don't do it well in this one. So it's just Shigaraki versus Maito.
yeah.
Ash versus Yugi. I will defend Fall Guys versus Among Us till my die, but Ash versus Yugi.
Yeah, I'm in the same exact boat. I love Fall Guys versus Among Us. But
It's,
damn, Ash versus Yugi is just that guy.
it has Jason Page on the backing track, man. The original
That's
Pokemon
I'm
guy.
so surprised that they got him.
I'm not surprised. A lot of people who do covers of the Pokemon theme song have him featured on it.
Really?
Yeah, you know
Oh,
Richby?
oh, shit!
Yeah, he did a cover
I
of the
missed that one.
Pokemon theme, and Jason Page was featured on it.
Oh shit.
He does a lot of singing work, so I'm not surprised they got him, but I'm so happy they did, because that's probably, I will argue that that's one of the best backing tracks. I know I'm going to lose that
Yeah.
argument, but I'd argue that's one of the best backing tracks.
And I'm not gonna lie, Ash vs Yugi almost got me to cry.
Ash vs. Yugi has so many good moments, and a lot more memorable moments. I like Fall Guys versus Among Us, but it's a one that I always have to rewatch to remember why I like it.
Mm. It's a fun in the moment episode. Ash vs Yugi, there are scenes that'll stick with you.
That one's generational. Ash vs. Yugi's generational.
Yeah, the scene of freaking Ash and Pikachu going through each season's outfits.
You activated my trap card! And then he dies.
Trap card activated, a tear to my eye.
Man,
Yeah, it's
Fall Guys
not
vs.
even
Among
close.
Us didn't convince me to go back to Fall Guys or Among Us. Ash vs. Yu-Gi-Oh! Convinced me to restart at Pokemon Red and get into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game.
It's
Ash,
actually
Ash
it's
vs.
not
Yu-Gi.
even close.
It's not even a competition. Oh, okay.
Wait a minute.
Are you gonna? Which side are you gonna stay
You
on?
can bring it back.
What side are you gonna stay on? Because I'm going
I'm
Ghost
staying on
versus
Ghost
Spawn.
Rider Spawn.
Yes!
Easy.
Okay.
Easy.
I like to say the animation in Spider-Man vs. Deku is unrivaled. I think it's probably one of my favorite looks for Death Battle animation. But Ghost Rider vs. Spawn has so much good about it that it trumps everything that happened in Spider-Man vs. Deku for me.
Ghost Rider Spawn. The episode encapsulates the characters to the highest extreme. It is just the coolest freaking
It's
matchup.
awesome. It's awesome. We already know what it
It's-
is.
It's liquid cool.
I feel bad. Oh, okay. This is gonna be a huge debate. I'm on Simone versus Kyle. You go first.
I might actually switch over to Simone versus Kyle.
Really?
I think the spectacle is just that much more.
Is Kyle's face there really convincing you?
Kyle's face here is exceedingly convincing.
I'd like to say, what killed Tom was a wall. And you know what goes through walls? Drills. Drills can drill through any wall that opposes them. It's Simone versus Kyle.
Would Wile E. Coyote beat Simone the Digger?
Wile E. Coyote beats Simone the Digger by creating a wall, but Simone the Digger is like, Toon Force! Really bad
Just
power
saying you could
scaling!
just make
What
a
was-
bigger drill, but Kyle already did that.
Kyle will just keep making a bigger drill, and then no, Simone will keep making a bigger drill to Wile E. Coyote's bigger drill. Be like the scene where they just keep pulling out bigger and bigger guns.
It's like the freaking scene of the Muppet movie where they keep pulling out the badges.
I think you're looking at the wrong drill.
Drill. You were saying?
That's nothing. My drill will be the drill that pierces Warner Bros.
He just pulls out a shotgun or something. It's like, all right, while we're doing this.
It fires at him, and he just ends up with like 2 eyeballs and some teeth. Wow, my teeth have just been gritted. Great, and then he falls to the ground dead. In all seriousness, I'm choosing Simone versus Kyle. I love that fight.
Yeah, it's not too much of a contest.
Ruby versus Maka.
It's Ruby versus Maka. As much as I do like Chief versus Doomslayer, as much as people don't for some reason.
People don't like Chief versus Doomslayer just because I feel like they said that it doesn't really show how overpowered Doomslayer is, but it kind of does.
It really does. The man chased a rocket just to throw it back at him.
Another complaint.
Why? Because he could.
Another complaint I heard is that near the beginning, Chief was finding the weapons all around and using it to his advantage, like he would normally do. But near the end, he was just pulling them out of his ass. Like if you think about the last scene where he pulls out the Uzis, he does that. He just pulls out his butt.
Well, hold on. He always carries 2 different kinds of weapons on him, and you see him shuffling through the first slot. The Uzis
Right.
were in the second slot,
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
obviously. But
I
yeah, it's
as much as we can defend Chief versus Doom, we all know it's Ruby versus Maka.
not against Ruby versus Maka.
Yeah. What's next? Oh, I don't want to debate this
Oh,
one. I'm Shigaraki versus Mahito, but I
it's Bowser versus Eggman all the way.
no, it's
And
Bowser
damn,
versus.
we are losing a good one.
Oh, yeah, it's Bowser versus Egg.
Shigaraki versus Mahito, I think, is my second favorite episode of the season.
Shigaraki versus Mahito is one of the best Death Battles episodes I've seen in a very long time. But Bowser versus
Bowser
Eggman
versus Eggman is the best.
Actually,
I've seen in a very long
I'm sorry, but I will debate when it comes to that because I know it's going to come to it that Yugi versus Ash is a better episode. I will debate that. But we'll get
I will debate you.
we'll get to that. Well, we'll get to that later if it actually gets to that.
Oh, it will.
Bowser versus Egg. Oh, it came back just to fall. I'm Ash versus Yugi on this.
Oh,
Oh, you thought I was gonna go
yeah.
Ghost versus Spawn?
Oh, I think it's Ash versus Yugi.
The
yeah.
big thing I can say for this, both fights are amazing spectacles that you always love to watch. But Ash versus Yugi has that emotional hit because it's two nostalgic properties. Most people
Yeah.
don't even know who Spawn is.
Really?
Yeah, I tried debating with people that Spawn is in the Mount Rushmore of anti-heroes and they don't want to hear it.
Honestly, what I think is both episodes encompass their characters to the highest degree.
Of course.
I just think there was just a higher ceiling with Ash versus Yugi that it hit.
Of course, because they had to appeal to a wider audience, whereas Ghost Rider versus Spawn had to appeal to the people that just liked Hell guys, like I do. Where's
Yeah,
Hellboy?
yeah.
When's Hellboy gonna be in a
Ghost
death
Rider-
battle?
Versus Nero sooner or later.
Oh,
Probably.
that'd be so cool. Okay, continue.
Yeah, that's the top wanted. But Ghost Rider versus Spawn, it's a good matchup. They're very match. They have a lot of overlap. Ash versus Yugi is the epitome of a legacy matchup.
That's
They're
like-
two shows that were happening at the same time about toys that were coming out at the same time.
That's like the
and
that's
they
like
still
the
made it work.
that's like the conversation you'd have on the playground when you were a kid, like the Yu-Gi-Oh kids and the Pokemon kids. They'd be like, "Yeah, my Pokemon would beat your Blue Eyes White Dragon." They'd be like, "No, no, no, oh no, I have the magic cylinder that'll deflect your Thunderbolt," like it did in the actual fight.
Honestly, yeah, it just feels like a freaking no. This would counter this, and then this would counter this.
Yeah,
it's a very back and forth, like childlike debate, like how we would have fucking done it back then.
All right, so Ash versus Yugi.
Ash versus Yugi.
All right, let's. Ooh.
Ooh,
Oh no.
I will defend
Okay.
Ruby versus Maka.
All right. You go
Because
first.
we-
Oh, trivia matchup.
if-
Fuck.
I think with these two next rounds, we have to get to really freaking nitpicky.
All right. You want to go with Ruby versus Maka first, or do you want me to go with
Ruby
Simone
versus
Kyle?
Maka. One, it's a better analysis, and two, if we're gonna get really nitpicky, which I am, Simone versus Kyle. You know the scene I'm about to bring up when he repeats "in brightest day,
I
in
told you
brightest
that.
day, in
I told
darkest."
you that. I told you that.
Yes!
No.
Yes, you did, and I will use it against you.
Okay. Shoot. Oh no. Okay. So I want to talk about Simone versus Kyle real quick. Simone isn't aware of Kyle, but Kyle's aware of Simone. So some of the lines that he has talking to Simone could be in reference to him actually being aware of Simone's existence, because Kyle Rayner is canonically a fan of Gurren Lagann.
Mhm.
I also feel like it really encapsulates Simone's free will compared to Kyle feeling more like I don't want to say controlled, but like restricted by that power, and that really shows why Simone would win that fight. Kyle is at the wall. Simone's beyond that wall because he drilled through it. And also, I'd like to say this: a scythe against a drill. I don't think that's a good fight. The drill would just. I can't fight this. It's Ruby versus Maka.
Where I was gonna go is the death.
Okay, the death.
When you go to death battle, I think Ruby versus Maka is just a better death.
Oh, I don't know, cause like if you think about the death, you have an amazing clash that goes from the two big drills to showing the lantern ring and then the drill bit that he has in his hand going through Kyle's hand. He says one of Simone's iconic lines, goes to the ground. He goes, "I think you'd be a great lantern." The ring goes up to him, says that he's been chosen. He says his most iconic line, and then it does the ending screen from Gurren Lagann. I think that's a really good ending for their characters. I think
It's a cool
great.
ending. I think the death is anticlimactic. There's a lot of buildup, and he dies to a punch that technically only hit his fist.
The thing is, though, you could also say the same about the Gurren Lagann ending. He died. Anti-Spiral dies to a punch through the gut.
Yeah, but he's the anti-spiral. He's a bitch.
The anti-spiral is super cool. I will not be taking any anti-spiral slander.
He's a little bitch compared to Kyle Renner.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Kyle Ring is kind of a bitch too. I love him though. He's my favorite Lantern. Uh, thing though. Okay, what was Ruby's death? What was Ruby's death?
Ruby's death. She activates the Silver Eyes for one win con. Soul and Maka, they activate the Soul Resonance, and they just power through it, slice her in half, and then she explodes into rose petals. The scythe lands down on the roof, recreating some famous scene from Ruby, I think. And then, right before Soul eats, Ruby's soul, Maka finds that it was pure, and like, Ruby Rose, eh?
I don't know why he's saying Ruby Rose. It's funny. I say that, but he says, but Simone says two really funny lines.
That's true.
So both of these deaths recreate iconic scenes from their source material and have some sort of, I don't want to say regret or passing on, a regret or like, wow, I can't believe this for Maka, and a passing on of legacy to Simone for Kyle.
Both of them have the winner overpower the other person's attack.
Yes, and they both. What does Ruby's silver thing do? I wasn't really into that matchup, so I didn't really pay
Silver Eyes, I
attention.
think it just petrifies you.
Okay, and Maka's thing just powers through that.
Pretty much, yeah, because it's... I don't remember how they explain it. I think it has something to do with, like, the binding of the atoms through the soul or some shit. I don't remember.
Alright.
Don't you
So,
dunk that against
it's
the...
not that complicated for Simone and Kyle, because they just make big drills.
They just make big drills and punch each other.
They just make big drills. The big drills break.
The world's
and then they
deadliest
punch
fist
each other.
bump.
I like it because like it starts off with a fist fight too. You can obviously tell both of them are very tired when it gets to that death, and you cannot tell me that when they do the in brightest day, in darkest light, no evil shall, blah blah blah, Green Lanterns light, and then you get the stars are forming.
Yeah,
Big,
I
big
think...
storming, and then he falls to the ground. Sick
I
as
think
fuck.
Simone and Kyle have slightly cooler moments. I think Ruby and Maka are going to get that edge.
Because of the
I'm gonna bring back the comedy. I think it's a funnier episode, a more entertaining episode because it's a little bit funnier. The jokes land a lot better.
oh no, that was my big complaint.
There's some one-liners out of like Simone and Kyle, mostly Kyle, but
I like the thing with Simone versus Kyle is that it's less focused on the comedy, which is definitely a big not good part of the fight. The only really jokes I can think of from that fight are like little one-liners that don't really fit the situation they're in. Like, they tell me I'm God with authority. Tell me about it. Four, and then he gets hit with the golf club.
I did like that. I'm not gonna lie,
that was funny. It was funny. I also like the what's it called?
It's just realistic Tiger Woods.
After being hit with Balrog.
I like the ball. I like the video game references.
It definitely
Honestly,
fits
I kind of
Kyle's
wish that
character.
opening kind of lasted a bit longer.
It fits Kyle's character because Kyle is a huge nerd, and his
he's a
girlfriend
nerd.
got fridged.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him like pull out more references and stuff.
Yeah, the only really references he pulls out is at the beginning. He pulls out all that crazy stuff. He uses a vacuum cleaner to take in the missiles, right?
It was Luigi's.
Yeah, he uses a lot of like reference stuff at the beginning, and then he switches to more members of the Justice League when he realizes that, oh shoot, this mech means business. And then at the end he's like, okay, might as well fight fire with fire, and then he pulls out the
Yeah.
And also, another thing I like about the fight is right before that final clash, they call back to the beginning of the fight where he goes, "Yo, Kyle Rayner of the Green Lantern Corps, seems like you got some sort of super cosmic weapon thingy. I don't know. Maybe it's the mech. I'm gonna take it in." And then Simone brings that back with the "I don't think it was the mech, your officer. I think it was me."
You.
And then they're like, "All right." And then they do the Green Lantern oath clash. Everything I already said. Ruby versus Maka though, it has the remember how I said that Ash versus Yugi should get the edge for Ghost Rider versus Spawn because of the emotional impact.
Mhm.
That is why I say Ruby versus Maka because I like Simone versus Kyle and I'm still rooting for Simone versus Kyle, but I'm able to be swayed for Ruby versus Maka just because of the more emotional impacts it has.
And you know what I think the final line's gonna be? The
What?
tracks.
Oh,
I Death and Bloom, and we'll get to it, is a far more emotional track.
it's far more
I'll
emotional.
leave it at that for now.
It's a far more emotional track, and the best parts in I am a person that loves Spiral of Emotions and the references it has to Will the Drill. But the parts that I remember the most of Spiral of Emotions, which is one of my most played songs, don't compare to that first beat drop of a Japanese wording, da da, and then it like goes into the whole like melody
For me, it doesn't beat it beat the line, "I wish you could see me now."
at the end of the
That
melody.
fucking line gives me chills
Chills.
every time I
Oh,
hear it.
I, I think. Oh, I'm sorry, Kyle. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Simone.
it's gotta be
I'm
Ruby versus
sorry, I'm
Maka.
sorry, Simone. I'm sorry, Kyle. They're watching the stream right now and they're like holding drinks and have a really sad expression on their face.
Top 4. It got top 4.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I will defend
Oh,
Bowser Eggman for
it's
any
gotta
day
be
of my
Ash versus
life.
Yugi. Ash versus Yugi.
No,
Anything you can say about Bowser versus Eggman, I can say something for Ash versus Yugi that's better.
no, you can't.
All right.
Animations. I love the animation of Bowser versus Eggman, the setup of Bowser versus Eggman, the death. The death of Bowser Eggman, honestly, is better than Ash versus Yugi. As much as I love it.
The death of Bowser versus Eggman has the impact frame. I will say that. And the so long,
The pixelated impact frame, the fact that he gets hit into a giant question block in space.
the Yugi walking away and giving the thumbs up was a reference to the ending of Yu-Gi-Oh! Combined with the reference to the Pokemon movie of all the Pokemon and Ash being completely petrified and stone.
Until somebody cries them a river to bring them all back.
Well, I mean, what happened to the one-up box from Sonic?
That's pretty true. What I think that Bowser has, I think it handles the army fight better.
Oh, fuck.
It handles the army
Eh,
fight better because Ash vs. Yugi feels clustered at points.
the
That
thing,
is my one criticism of Ash vs. Yugi. It feels clustered
I,
sometimes.
I feel like I feel like while both of them are obviously love letters to their original source material, there's more. Every time I watch Ash versus Yugi, there's always a detail that makes me appreciate the fight more. Like for example, when watching Ash versus Yugi in the stands, you can see Jesse, James, you can see
Kaiba.
all of them. Yeah, you can see Kaiba.
He's a
Kaiba.
Kaiba for that for some reason.
Kaiba's there for
I think
some
he's like,
reason.
fuck!
He's like, why did Yugi win? It should have not have been Yugi. It should have been you. Pharaoh.
You could say the same thing for Bowser Eggman. Like, in the beginning, you can see Metal Sonic just lurking in the background. The small detail that King Boo doesn't, because they say he doesn't have that much loyalty to Bowser. He just kind of helps out until he's mildly inconvenienced.
Oh, so that's why I just left. That's why I just
That's why he
left.
just left because he really doesn't care.
Okay. But like, there's so many good scenes in Ash vs. Yugi. Okay, uh, you know how Metal Sonic carried Bowser versus Eggman,
Yep.
and on Eggman's side, you
Yeah.
could say probably the same thing about Gengar.
I was gonna say Solgaleo.
So Solgaleo and Gengar,
Yeah.
they're the Sage and Metal Sonic of it.
You know what I'm gonna say that Bowser Eggman did that Ash vs. Yugi could never do?
What?
It made Metal Sonic cool again.
Oh, you have not read the
Bowser Eggman
IDW
did.
comics.
No one reads the
I
IDW
read the
comics.
IDW comics. A lot of people read the IDW comics.
The
They brought
masses do not read the IDW
they
comics.
brought back
The
Metal Sonic.
masses have seen Death Battle, and now Metal Sonic is cool again.
But
After
like,
years of Sega fucking him right over, he's cool again because of Death Battle.
who here knew about the magic cylinder before Death Battle?
A lot of people knew about the Magic Cylinder.
Did anyone think that it would be a cool win condition though?
I will say I do find it very interesting that in the analysis they say that Yugi made like his entire deck based around bad cards, and I love that his death, that his kill, is based around one of the most basic fucking cards.
You have activated my trap
My
card.
trap card, basic Uno reverse card.
It's awesome. Okay,
I want an edit now of Ash versus Yugi, but he just yells, "You activated my trap card." It's just a Uno reverse, and it just cuts to Ash being dead.
all right. So let's go into like different categories of these fights. Jokes,
All right. Jokes.
jokes.
Bowser Eggman is set up by a catfish that he could have easily seen because Cardboard Peach is two-dimensional.
Bowser's nearsighted.
He also rips off his tux. I don't know why. I find that funny. Just in each Mario versus Sonic matchup, someone has to rip off their clothes.
Oh yeah, because
Oh,
Mario
also,
versus
I've come to
Sonic.
make an announcement reference.
Okay, okay. In Ash versus Yugi, you have the who's that Pokemon? I don't know why
You're gonna start with that. I thought you were gonna go with the freaking good thing we brought them all. What do you mean them all?
I was gonna bring that one up. I just had the I don't know why I've been thinking about who's that Pokemon, and then literal God shows up.
Yeah, just who's that Pokemon? It's me.
Another
Jesus.
another
I've come to
detail
absolve you of your
another
sins.
detail I like about that part specifically is that the background changes to the who's that Pokemon colors.
It does. It's so cool.
It is.
But I feel like that's on par with the Black Flash Punch being pixelated.
Okay, okay. You've already brought up the good thing we brought them all. What do you mean
Good thing we
them
brought-
all?
What do you mean them all?
I don't know why I laughed when Gengar flew behind the Pharaoh when he got slimed.
Bitch.
Okay, let's move to the next section. I'm gonna say Bowser Eggman wins that one just because of the Snap Cube. Snap Cube.
I'm coming to make an announcement. I just love it's not even played for laughs. It's just the first thing he says.
I'm come and he does the
Make an
hand movement and he does the hand movement too.
He does do the hand movement.
All right. Next, transformation / summons.
Ooh. Okay.
Let's
I'm sorry. The only thing you have to hold a candle to Neo Metal Sonic is freaking what's that
Solgaleo.
dragon that came over the
Solgaleo.
frickin- Not Solgaleo.
Think-
Solgaleo was pretty cool, but I'm thinking the dragon that like came around the freaking stadium.
So, like,
I don't know, yo.
so like the white light going up into the sky, the wings and everything.
That was cool. I love that scene.
You want to know what else is technically a summon? Good thing we brought them all. What do you mean them all? And then the billion Toros running out.
I mean, you could say the same for bringing in freaking Metal Sonic, who came in and just said, "Fuck you."
And he
The
just
freaking Dutch
flips.
angle tilt as he becomes Neo Metal Sonic.
That's actually a
Oh,
reference to the
freaking
IDW
Bowser's
comics.
Fury Bowser.
Fun fact: that's a reference to the IDW comics.
Just get into the next category.
What?
Just go to the next.
Yeah,
category.
transformations definitely does go to Bowser versus Eggman. Okay. Memorable characters in the army. Metal Sonic, I'll give you. Bowser Jr., I'll give you. Who else?
Sage.
I love Sonic Frontiers a lot. Sage made a shield and shot a laser.
Okay, what did Pikachu do?
Pikachu shot 3 lasers. Pikachu shot 3 lasers and did quick attack, which did nothing.
Pikachu shot 3 lasers, 2 of which got sent back at Ash.
I like how Pikachu actually did more to hurt Ash.
Detrimental
Pikachu did more stuff that hurt Ash than he did that helped Ash.
against Ash, which is so in line with the show too.
It is. It really is. Okay, characters that carried fights. Let's talk about Greninja.
Greninja had 1 move and then got frozen in time.
Let's talk about Gengar.
Gengar killed like 2 groups of people and then got sucked into a
And
pyramid.
then he survived, but he lived, and he lived.
He lived. He didn't do anything afterwards though.
Okay,
The
fine.
guy just started floating around.
You want to think of want to know a character that did a lot of carrying for the fight? Let's talk about the giant dragon with a bunch of lasers coming out of it.
He killed like a group of people. That's about
He
it.
killed almost all of them. All of those Tauros would have probably just ran over Yugi.
That would have been funny as shit. He would have loved to see that. Good thing we
Actually,
brought them all. What do you mean them all?
hold on. I actually got the scaling for who actually did probably the most amount of stuff in the fight. It was Charizard.
Really?
So
Oh yeah, because he did the most damage to
he
Yugi.
did the most damage to Yugi, and he would have one-shot Yugi if it wasn't for that thing in front of him.
Yup.
Because the flamethrower was able to go through the 2,000 damage, the 2,000 health stone wall, and go behind it for like 18,000, I think, if I'm correct.
Mhm.
Yugi had like 3,500, so that means he would probably have done 3,800 hit points to Yugi, meaning that Charizard could have one-shot Yugi. And then after almost one-shotting Yugi, he saves Ash from the lasers on the ground. And even when his tail is extinguished, you can still see him in the background fighting. He is a player. Charizard is the GOAT. Whatever. Oh, Krogunk. Well, not Krogunk. What's the name of the crocodile?
Crocodile?
Crocodile.
Getting one shot by Pikachu, technically.
Yeah. Actually, he shouldn't have been one-shot by Pikachu. Electric
He
type
really should've.
move. Electric type move.
Well, it was sent back by Dark Magician, so I would assume that takes out the typing of it.
Damn it. It'd be really funny if like he survived and when the laser was coming back at him, he just stood in front and he was like, haha, type notification.
Yeah. All right.
Oh no,
I
no.
think I know what it'll take Bowsag in the 1 millistep above Ash versus Yugi.
What?
There is no animation error in Bowsag.
What animation error?
Incineroar.
What did he
When he
do?
comes back, that is one of the most stiff fucking poses I've ever seen him. When he lands the freaking backbreaker, he just pops right up. There's not much of animation.
Yeah, but like,
It just looks weird.
no. Uh, Man, if I had a nickel for every time I lost something that I really liked because of
Because of an
Incineroar.
animation error.
No, because of Incineroar! Because of
What?
Incineroar! I hate him! I hate Incineroar so much! Oh no. It's Balrog. It's Balrog. Damn it.
Bowsag. I mean, I'm sorry, you went against my favorite episode of the fucking series.
Oh, now this one is more of your debate because my favorite episodes are gone.
Oh shit.
I'm on Bowser versus Eggman side.
I'm also on Bowser. Bowser vs. Eggman is my favorite episode of the series.
It's a great episode, but
It's such a good
both of these
damn
episodes are
episode.
great. But like Bowser versus Eggman has like that Bowser versus Eggman factor to it.
Honestly, both of these episodes are top 10 of the entire series.
Yeah, Bowser vs. Eggman, I feel like though was revolutionary for indie Death Battle and Death Battle as a whole, because I feel like I've never seen an animation like that in Death Battle, and I feel like Ruby vs.
No.
Maka definitely was able to take slight inspiration from it.
Yeah, I think Bowser vs. Eggman was the cataclysm for indie Death Battle. Ruby vs. Maka is the tribute episode. It is just look how far we've come. Bowser Eggman is bitch, I'm coming farther.
Yeah. So Bowser
Very
Eggman
Bowser Eggman is the best episode of the series.
of indie. If this was
Of
just
indie.
okay, if this was just the new season that just came out,
Mm.
what would you say is the best one? I would
Ruby
either
vs.
say
Maka. Or
Ash
Ash,
versus
Ash
Yugi.
v Yugi.
Ash
Either
v
Ash
Yugi.
Yugi or
I'd say Ash v Yugi.
oh. Alright.
Now let's
So,
get to the one that
now
we're
we go
gonna
to the
argue.
score.
Now we're gonna get to the one we're gonna argue so much about.
We're gonna argue so much more.
Let's go to the. Oh no!
No!
You put the two best tracks against
Nope.
each other for the
Nope.
first one. We're restarting that.
Nope.
We're
I
not
will
putting the best
restart
tracks
that.
against. Oh, okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay.
That is a final two.
Okay.
I am
Okay. This one got a little hit. This one's got a little hit. I'm personally biased to Halo 2 Hell because I've actually designed so many fights around that song, but Requiem for a Thief is just so good sounding.
I like okay, let's listen to a switch to both of them.
That's the build up, remember?
Alright.
Hold on, do I have your stream muted?
Hello, Russia Badger. Hello, Nemesis
Okay,
right?
start it. You skip forward a bit. Is it playing music?
Yeah, it's playing music.
Yeah, I can't
Hold
hear it.
on.
I can't hear it. I don't think you're sharing your audio.
Hold on.
Okay, fellas, we're gonna be a quick second. Someone forgot to share their audio when we were doing an audio track. Death battle
All right.
track. Oh god, that's loud.
All right.
One thing about this song that really works. Oh, all these works, by the way, are either made by
It's all
Brandon.
Brandon Yates or Fairwolf Media.
It's all Brandon
With, you
Yates
know,
or Fairwolf Media.
guest people, but
All these are not ours. They're either owned by Brandon Yates or Fairwolf Media.
yeah. I like Halo to Hell.
Halo to Hell is my choice in this fight, just because I feel like it fits the fight really well. Requiem for a Thief fits for two Persona people fighting, not a Persona and JoJo's people fighting. They have
the
that-
JoJo's the main riff of it is the frickin' wait, no, that's Last Surprise, son
Yeah,
of a bitch.
they have a part of it that they do the boom boom ba da dum 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 dum, but like the main
Shit,
riff
it is
is
just
Last
Last
Surprise.
Surprise.
It's all of the inspiration for the music
Eh.
is Persona, and I love Persona music, so I'm not complaining. But just because Halo to Hell fits both of them so well by getting that chorus going and then having that metal feel from the newer Doom games, it's just so good.
I like it. There's just one bit. It's the bridge bit that I just
But dun dun dun.
this. It feels like it stops.
I
and
feel
it
like
doesn't need to.
yeah, I feel like it would fit better if there's like a transformation, but there really isn't a transformation during that part.
I know they go to hell, but I
But
feel like
The part coming up though
they
is
don't need to.
the part coming up though after this section right here is so like peak in my opinion. It's like it's coming in like 2 seconds. Never mind, a few more seconds. Finally starting to have like the interweaving of like the Doom sound and the Halo sound just for the Doom sound to overpower it right here. And then it slowly moves to the Chants of Hell. Giving that BFG Division style of sound. Moving back to Halo because Master Chief is doing something.
Yeah.
It fits the
Skip go
matchup.
ahead.
Yeah, it fits the matchup.
Yeah.
And but the ending part of it it's good. You skipped the part.
Oh shit.
Go back a little bit. The build up for when you don't know where Doomslayer is, and then you see the meat hook.
Get over here.
And then he's just hacking the limbs off. And I feel like the best part about the Doom soundtrack is the sound sounds like you're hacking and slashing, and it fits perfectly for the scene.
That's true.
We talked so much about Halo to Hell. Maybe we should talk about Requiem for a Thief.
I'm not gonna lie. I think you really got me when you kind of realized that the
It's-
whole thing's
it's
Last
Persona.
Surprise.
Like you can definitely hear the JoJo's influence in it, but like it's Persona through and through.
It really is.
Even to like the vocalist itself, she's definitely trying to do a Persona
Lyn?
vocalist. Yeah, Lyn.
She does sound like Lyn. These are both just a great songs.
These are both great songs, but if you think about it for the fight itself, yeah, it's a great song, but like it's Persona through and through.
It really is. Let me skip ahead a bit. This is kind of the only bit that's specifically Giorno.
This part,
I meant the frickin'
Yeah.
Yeah, this.
there's a part
The frickin'
later on where it plays actually his theme.
yeah, the
Yeah, this part right here,
Right
and
here.
I think it's like super good sounding.
But the weird thing about this, isn't this the scene where Joker is 3D and just like getting the power of friendship?
This is the scene where Joker is being put in the infinite death loop and stuff, I believe.
Oh yeah,
this-
it's this. It's right here that he's 3D and get the power friendship.
Yeah, and you can hear it because it's starting to become more Persona again.
Yeah, you can hear that. That's the sound font
That's
of the
the electric
piano.
that's the electric piano from Persona. And like
Yeah,
it's such a shame because this song is great. It's just the fact that it's so biased towards the amazing music of Persona, which I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
that's
I
fine.
couldn't. Yeah, I can't blame them, but on the same, yeah.
There's so many JoJo songs you could also pull from. Like you could put like a little Bloody Stream reference in there. You could put like stuff like that. But like, I know it probably wouldn't fit because of the character you're using.
Yeah, you'd want Giorno's stuff.
Yeah, but
But
it's
what
sad.
makes it so egregious is not egregious, but like so apparent is that Giorno's theme is so iconic.
Yeah,
That freaking.
so it's an iconic theme and it's only used like once or twice in the entire song, and that's so sad. So Halo to Hell.
Halo to Hell. I didn't think it was. Oh,
Oh,
I know
okay.
where I'm going. I know where I stand.
I know where I stand too. Where are you standing?
Sussy beans all the way,
Fuck, Devil Inside.
dude. I listened to Devil Inside for like the first time today. I couldn't get through it.
The
I'm not
first,
gonna lie.
okay, I will admit, the first like the electric dust. Oh, I believe what you can't see. That part, that
But it
is
keeps going. He does it again. That's how the track just keeps going.
it's switching between both Clive and Dante. Dante's more of that electric, like the.
Like it's not even new metal.
Yeah, it's just beats. It's just
It's
beats.
just some guy rapping until some guy starts screaming.
And
there's not
that's
much of a
Clive.
segue that makes it all flow. It just feels like shifts. This is not new metal.
It is not
This
new
is
metal.
just techno.
Which I mean, it fits when you like see Dante's more dancey, risky style of fighting, and then you can
It
see
fits
Clive
the-
start to take control.
Yeah, it
And
fits the fight, but listening to it on its own is not easy.
Could you skip like closer to the end?
Yeah.
Back up a little bit.
It is a pretty sick guitar riff, I'll give you that.
I also like the build up to it with the like the after the melody, which I personally like the melody because it kind of combines that orchestral metal. Is that the best way to say it?
Yeah, I guess so.
With the weird vocals of Dante's. And then you get this scene where they're flying through space, and they're like, oh my god, what's going on? I know you're holding back, Smokey. Let the devil out or whatever I say. And then he's like, so you want to fight fire with fire? Let me show you what the devil really cries with. And then he transforms, and then he goes, Joshua!
That's just my name.
And then it does the riff. Okay, so I've talked enough about Devil Inside. Let's see your thing with Sussy Beans.
This means it's fun. That's all I need. It's so fucking fun.
I was expecting
It's so fucking fun. It kind of has the same issue that I brought up with Devil Inside, that listening to it on its own,
It's another
it
song
hits
that
the
fits
track
best with the
better.
fight.
But unlike that, it's just so much fun
Okay.
to listen to.
So I think with both Devil Inside and Sussy Beans, they're both songs that perfectly fit the fight that they're in when you're watching the fight alone. But I think it comes down to one thing. And I'm going to agree with you on Sussy Beans. Sussy Beans, from what I've heard so far, represents the songs the games are from better than it does with Devil Inside. There is no Subhuman, there's no Devils Never Cry, there's no Ascension, there's no Find the Flame inside Devil Inside. But in Sussy Beans, you can hear this is Fall Guys right now. You can tell this is Fall
Yeah.
Guys. And at the beginning, you could tell that was Among Us. And you can tell when the Among Us inspirations come in.
And even then, you can also hear like the like that, like a space ethereal kind of instrumentalization integrated.
It fits the characters a lot more. I hate that my favorite death battles are losing, man. Okay, Sussy Beans.
What I think that the biggest thing is with Sussy Beans is that whereas I said that like for Devil Inside, it feels like when they shift, it doesn't flow. Somehow these things will keep changing scenes, and it still feels like it's flowing together. My
course.
favorite part. It's
Whoa.
this.
Oh, that's good. Okay,
I
yeah.
love the riff.
The riff
I
is
love the
good.
riff.
Both of the riffs are good.
And
You can
then
tell that it's both Among Us and then Fall Guys.
and then the guitar solo that has no reason to go this hard.
Okay, yeah, this is. I've never actually
Alright,
listened to Sussy Beans.
It's so good.
Actually, it's pretty
don't
good.
know why.
I'm sorry, Devil Inside. I'm sorry, Devil Inside.
I'm sorry.
Dante and Clive are very upset now. Skin Deep.
Okay, yeah, we don't have to like even talk about this.
Skin Deep is
Wild
probably one of, if not the best track I've heard for Death Battle.
in Wild Time Foolery
Is background
is
music.
is
background music.
literally background music. It's perfect for the fight.
It's perfect for the fight,
It's
and it
just,
definitely
I'm not
fits.
gonna listen to this outside of it.
Yeah, you're not listening to Wild Tomfooler E outside of Death Battle fights.
No.
It's Skin Deep. This is another one that I think it's Millennium Monsters.
It's Millennial Monsters.
I mean, you got Jason Page on this thing, man. You got the
It's just
Pokemon.
based on this motherfucker. In 7 minutes.
7 minutes of just pure mid.
Yep. No, it's just like the freaking episode. The rave scene is cool. It's such a
The rave
actually
scene,
really good.
and then you get that Blade riff,
Oh yeah.
and that's cool. But like all the coolness of Neon Ash can be summarized in the beginning of Millennial Monsters.
Pretty much. And then it's this. This. Eh. It doesn't really get good until
Like around near the ending where
Right
things
here.
start to get good in the fight again.
yeah. Where you get the orchestra mixed in with the techno like faintly in the background.
Yeah. There's one thing that I noticed with Death Battle fights. Normally you can tell if the song's good if the song catches your attention away from the fight. Neon Ash does not catch your attention away from the fight at all. But like for example, Skin Deep. When you're watching, you can't picture any other song inside that fight but Skin Deep. But you could like probably put like the original Blade theme in there, and I wouldn't bat an eye.
But
And
now we have
And now
Millennial
let's just
Monsters,
listen to the beginning of this.
which opens like this.
Already,
Do you need more?
do we need more? I will fight for
Yes,
this
yes, we
one.
do.
Uh,
We don't need
There's
more.
a specific.
We want
There's
more.
like 3 specific parts of this song I can show that to prove my point on my. I love this song so much,
Oh yeah.
and it's just so good.
I love the freaking backgrounds. It got the.
It definitely feels like it takes more Pokemon influence, but I say that as someone who doesn't watch Yu-Gi-Oh, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah. It when Yu-Gi-Oh comes in. Here, it's the Egyptians theme,
Yeah,
the Pharaoh's theme,
and it's so good. It actually flows into it
Yeah.
so well.
and then Brandon Yates's vocals work really well there.
Yeah, and then doesn't Jason Page reappear for a part?
He does. And I love how you just faintly hear him say, "I choose you."
I don't want to spoil too much of this because I know we're gonna have a huge debate when this goes up against Skin Deep.
Oh yeah. I do want to go to one line. I really like the.
If you go to the part where it's like, making history, who on earth could challenge me while searching far and wide? I love that part.
That's the it's like the legendary. I know it's me.
Legendary, yeah, I know you know me.
I know you know me. That's what it is.
Both the lines we're talking about go right one after another, so back up once. Like, go back to the line you're talking about.
Oh, hold on.
Like,
I
this
do
entire
love that chorus too.
this entire section that we're coming to is probably one reason why I fight for why this is one of my favorite songs for Death Battle.
Yeah. This is us. This is us right here.
Yeah, and then wait. I just came in my pants.
There's a white tear running down my leg.
There is. It's Millennial Monsters. Do we have to talk about this?
Nope.
Yep. Do we have
We
to
have
talk
to talk
about
about this.
this? Nope.
Nope.
Do we have to talk about this?
Nope.
Nope. Oh, do we have to talk about
Hey, we
this?
might have to. Okay, I'd actually
We
like
could
to give this a
we,
little bit of
we
lip
could have a
service.
small conversation because I
I'd
like
like to have
You
a
Say Danger.
memorial for You Say Danger.
Because You Say Danger, You Say Danger, you're such a good song for your part. I loved when Miles came in, you started speaking Spanish.
Clearly says I'm him.
I like when
I
you
think
say
that's cool.
I like when you say I'm him. I like when he goes all might. And I like how it feels like just Deku and Spider-Man making fun of each other. It's a good song. I like this song, but I mean,
Yeah, let's
like-
hold on. Let's skip to some highlights.
the beginning of Miles' section is one that really always like gets me. Ooh, yeah.
I like the chorus. Chorus.
Their faith in me, overcome fear. And then I'm pretty sure you just called him second.
Yeah.
It's good. It's really good. I
It's really
like
good.
You
Can
Say
we go-
Danger.
I want to go back. I want to go to. Hold on. Yeah, there it is. When did he say? I don't remember him mentioning Tim's like a freaking Russian Badger Call of Duty video.
I know. Or when Shenron, and when someone wishes Shenron to get some Tims.
I gotta get some Tim.
All right, game over.
But
Okay,
oh,
everything good about You Say Danger is summarized here. Yeah, okay, so everything that was good about You Say Danger just got nullified from that one part right there.
pretty much.
And then the main course, the like, behold the king.
Oh yeah, the chorus. I love the chorus of Game Over.
Behold the king.
Letting everything I say I fly.
Another thing though, with You Say Danger, I can't picture what's going on in the fight, but with Game Over, I know what's happening
can't.
exactly.
Yeah, I
like,
can't
I-
differentiate it.
Like I know exactly what's happening right now in Game Over.
Like even outside of Bowser Eggman, this is
An amazing.
a war of gods.
This wasn't a great track even before it got finished. When it was in the original Brendan Yates like unfinished matchup things, it was where they were super.
Ooh. Does it work outside of the battle?
Yes.
Honestly, there's so many references to the characters. Not really. Does it matter? No.
I feel like the
It's
same thing
just
though.
so cool.
Both of these songs though are the same thing. There's so many references to Deku and Spider-Man inside of You Say Danger, but Game Over, in my opinion, just sounds so much better.
Yeah, it overcomes that with pure unadulterated awesomeness.
Like, I mean, You Say Danger is great and all, but like, you're not gonna hear me saying You Say Danger. You're gonna hear me saying this.
Reshape it all in my own
image. Tear it down and build it up
Tear it
again.
down, build it up again. Like that's straight out of frickin' Bury the Light.
Oh yes, it's
Which is
so
like,
good.
it's just because it's the same guy. It's the frickin' Bury the Light guy.
It is.
We're popping off because they got Jason Page to do Millennium Monsters. This was the original.
It's gonna be
When they got the Bury
Dude,
the
don't
Light
tell me it's
guy.
gonna be. Don't tell me it's gonna be Bury the Light versus
Ooh.
Bury the Light
Versus
versus Pokemon theme. Bury the Light versus Pokemon theme.
And I just want to skip to this,
Yeah, it's so good.
and then
And I'm gonna have to tear it down when it gets to this versus Millennium Monsters.
it just comes back.
Ooh, it's so good.
What will you remember from You Say Danger? I'm him. That's about it.
What
What
we
are you gonna remember from Game Over? Behold
Hold the king. Oh,
It's not even
it's
close.
so good.
Ooh,
Okay. So
this is actually a pretty good matchup.
yeah. So I'm on Halo to Hell. You're on Sussy Beans,
I'm
I
on
assume.
Sussy Beans. Yeah. Ooh. Let's go to some parts that we didn't listen to. I did not mean to go to the one part of the song I have a problem with. Sorry. But like you said with like Bow's Egg, Halo to Hell, you can envision the
You
fight.
can envision the fight. Sussy Beans is a great song, but I think that also comes with the problem I have with the Among Us vs Fall Guy fight, even though I defend that thing when I'm dead. There's so much happening in the fight that there's only one section I can really connect to the music, and it's closer to the end when they're all in space fighting.
Hmm. I mean, this one?
Yeah.
I will say that in defense of Sussy Beans, I like the chorus riff more. I like the frickin' It is a little bit one-sided, kind of go with the Fall Guys.
Of course.
But on the other hand, so is Halo to Hell. It kind of has that like overpowerment of
You can
the
tell who's gonna
Doomslayer.
win just because of the song.
Actually, hold on. Sussy Beans is the only one to have this part. Make your move.
I'm a Halo to Hell. Halo to Hell. I'm
I'll
sticking
give
with
you
Halo to
Halo
Hell. Yeah,
All right.
just because you can envision more of the fight. Oh, no! I don't want this one to come up. I don't want this one to come up. We said this one is going to be one of the matchups, and I don't like it. Okay. I'm Millennium Monsters. I'm assuming you're Skin Deep?
I'm Skin Deep. We didn't even listen to Skin Deep
Yeah, listen to Skin Deep.
for our
You
viewers.
can you go first.
This song overcomes the language barrier to be cool.
Okay, you're right, you're right.
It fits the characters, you know, they're both Japanese, you know, shit like that, but the fact that it's just this much more menacing. And just like the few words that you can actually understand: gore, body horror. Well, they fit the characters, but damn. And the voice he does for the singing is just, it's gravelly, it's
It's amazing.
war torn.
But does it have
It's
Jason
terror.
Page?
Does it need Jason Page?
I definitely like the both of these songs definitely get their feel around with Skin Deep and Millennial Monsters. Skin Deep gets that grotesque, like decaying, rotting, like, and then this part was good, amazing.
I do like the freaking. I don't know what he's saying.
It's
And then the little instrumental bit in the back right here. It's got that little jovial, but like still unsettling
that's because
sound to
this
it.
part definitely represents more Mahito than it does Shigaraki.
Yeah. And it goes right back to Shigaraki.
One part I will give over Millennial Monsters, this part right here always gives me chills.
One thing that also gives Skin Deep over
3, 2,
Millennial
1.
Monsters. The drums. I have to say, the drums in Skin Deep are some of the best in Death Battle since Mega Mania.
You are right. Skin Deep has
Just
so
that
much.
double kick drum,
And then
that's pure cymbals.
So good. Skin Deep is an amazing track and is one of the best ones in the entire Death Battle.
Oh, and then he starts screaming. Hold on. Okay. And then
Now let's go to
Monsters.
Millennial Monsters. If Death Battle Skin Deep was a perfect portrayal of both characters, this is a love, like, billions of love letters to both properties.
Skin Deep is a love letter to the characters. Millennial Monsters is a love letter to the legacy.
Yes, and the idea of this fight, you can definitely hear through all the like lyrics. It's definitely telling a story of these two legends, their legacy, how they live on, how this fight is their like I don't want to say turning point, but like turning point of both of their careers. And I feel like Jason Page's vocals combined with Brandon Yates' vocals really well. And the repeating part, similar to how Skin Deep has that repeating melody, the repeating part of it all comes down to the heart fits both
Mm,
characters really well because of the heart of the cards and the
of
connections that
course.
you make with Pokemon. And then these breakdowns of like craziness and like that riff. I know it wasn't
I
super
do
long.
like that, Brennan.
That was great, and then it goes back. Oh, not yet. Now it does. I think Millennial Monsters, if anything, should get the emotion side of it more than Skin Deep. And I know that is something
Mm,
crazy to say, but Millennial Monsters, I feel like hits harder in my gut than Skin Deep
yeah,
does.
you're
Skin Deep,
gonna hit the more emotional beats with, protagonists than you are with villains, such as like Shigaraki and fucking Mahito. Especially the legacy. And again, I gotta say, freaking legendary, I know you know me is such a good line.
who wanna could challenge me? Then reference to travel across the land, searching far and wide. Pokemon
Yeah,
Green reference. Then
there's
it
a
goes.
lot of references. It's a love letter to legacy.
It's a love letter to the legacy of both of these things, and how this fight is definitely going to either make or break someone's.
Oh yeah. Now we get to the debate. If
Okay.
I had to say that Skin Deep had anything over Millennial Monsters, I think that the overarching riff of it, the repeating part of Skin Deep, the
Dun, 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 dun,
instrumental,
dun, dun,
is
ba, da, dun, that.
is the the da, 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 da. I think that
Better
is
than
more of an earworm than the main riff of Millennial
the
Monsters.
it all comes down to the heart.
Not the chorus, the instrumental
The
of the
ding ding
like
ding.
as much as I love the reference to the Pokemon theme, that's kind of all it's got going for it. It's kind of basic. And you don't hear it as much. It's more of a focus on the lyrics.
Yeah, you want to focus. This fight focuses on the lyrics and like the style of it. Like
Mm.
you can tell how crazy something is gonna go by Sal. Actually, I think the best part of the song is coming up after this section right here, where it's making the reference to Yugi now taking control. Yeah, it's gonna take a bit because they do this for a while. Because Yugi's like,
I do
"I
like that.
will
I
win
know that you
this,"
choose me. I know that you know
and
that I choose you.
right here. And then you could hear the start of
Does
the
do that.
guitar solo.
It does the hopefulness really well. Crowd calling me.
Yep. And then it goes from all this insanity to a really nice chord into the guitar solo.
Mm,
You can tell that this is ramping up to a powerful conclusion like it did with the Z
mm.
move attack and then the thing, and then it just has that ending.
Yeah, that classic like '90s just trail off.
Yeah.
Where I have to say, with Skin Deep,
This is hope versus despair right now. Hope versus
this
despair.
is hope versus despair. Skin Deep, the same amount of what Millennium Monsters wants to, without us being able to understand what they're actually saying. I don't understand it. Like, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna look up the
I have the lyrics
lyrics.
on my phone right now if you want them.
Okay, yeah, cool. Can you send that right over?
No, 1 second. I have to actually pull it up on my phone. I have it
Yeah,
on
well,
it's on Apple Music.
it is, but I don't have Apple on my computer.
Okay, so what do you want to know?
The
Uh,
lyrics.
Everything was
Or
warped
hold on.
in me. Everything was warped in me. Everything was warped in me. Everything was warped. Everything was warped.
That actually really works, especially with Shigaraki, seeing as he was basically groomed, and then Mahi.
Wow.
He
Wow.
was. That's
I
what his
know.
story is.
I
He
know.
was. But and then freaking Mahito's born out of the humans' hatred for each other.
Are we going into the lyrics for it? Because now that we have the lyrics up, we can actually compare both these lyrics.
I mean, we can, but what I'm
Because
trying to say is that like
it gets that
It's
feeling
this
without the
it
lyrics.
gets that feeling without us being able to understand it, where we only understand the rhythm and how he and, like, the delivery of it.
The delivery of Skin Deep's like vocals is great, and I will say it is impressive that even without knowing what it's doing, you can understand what's going on. But I feel like you get that same feeling with the instrumentals of both songs. Like, while
Mhm.
the vocals of Millennial Monsters are phenomenal and definitely push the song way higher, you still get that hopeful, this is a fight for the ages feeling with Millennial
Mm.
Monsters. This ending riff is really good though in Skin Deep. I like that ending riff.
I do like it.
You can imagine like and you grow up.
Oh, yeah, the fucking oh.
It's so
I
good.
think this is gonna have to go down to a coin flip.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. This is tough. We're gonna have an even bigger discussion when fucking Game Over comes in and fights one of these
Oh,
things.
we didn't even say which one was which.
What?
We
Oh,
didn't even say which one was which.
okay,
Okay,
so you can see an
heads.
eye. You can see an eye on Millennial Monster, so that's heads, and you can see a bunch of hands, which can be like a tail, I guess.
All right, I'll take that.
Please, please, Millennium Monsters. Please,
Um,
Millennium Monsters.
Yes!
No! Millennium Monsters, no! Millennium Monsters, no!
Dude, this is a fight between the two S tiers.
It's a fight between the two S tiers, and then Meta Knight's gonna come in and has to fight one of them. Oh God, I don't want to
I
fight the.
will.
We already taught. We already had this conversation. We already had this
I know
conversation.
exactly. It's Death and Bloom.
You know it's Death and Bloom. We had this conversation that the highs in Death and Bloom are way better than the highs in Spiral of Motion. I hate it, but it's true.
Okay, let's go over the highlight reels. This opening, cool as shit. It's a slow burner.
Ooh, wait, what's that? A synth? Oh my God, it's Cal Rayner.
Is that a synth?
Man, I wonder what's gonna
Is
happen.
that a
Oh,
pipe
drums.
planter? Oh, hello, echoing Brandon Yates.
Hey, it's better than a. Can you pause? It's better than a. We never did it, didn't matter that I believe from What's it called?
Is that our stream?
Yeah, that's our stream. Yeah, that's our stream. Wait, let's watch the movie in the future. This is now. Now.
We're looking at now. Wait a minute. Hold on. We can do that.
I think it's only.
What the hell am I looking at?
You're looking at now. Okay, let's get back to the shit.
I'm looking at now. Everything you do now and say now is happening now. All right. That was enough of a Spaceballs bit for our audience.
I just got jump scared by my phone.
But okay. I'm sorry, but I have to skip. I can't be the only one who's noticed this. You hear that?
The what?
Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba.
Yeah,
Ba-ba-ba. Hold on. Shit, what was it called?
it's only sharing your choose the winner, your winner thing. From
I don't know.
So what are you trying to find?
You'll see in a second. God damn it. Hold on. Okay. You can hear the audio, right?
Yes and no.
Okay, hold on. Okay. No.
You're only sharing the audio for Death and Bloom and Spiral of Motion right now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the problem. I see what
Okay.
your problem is.
Okay.
You have it set on only this.
You have it set to evil, but it's the theme from Scarlet Witch versus Zatanna.
Which I mean, those are some crazy
Do you hear it?
I hear it.
It's the ba-ba-ba. I want to know if there's like any kind of like connection.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go to the actual song. I think this is.
I like the part where like it goes from the berry inside a dream so incandescently.
I think it was. Nope. Oh. Nope.
This build up,
It is such a good build-up.
my drills the drill. Create the heavens.
And then the double kick drums come in.
Yeah. And then when you think the peak is over,
And then
you get.
and it
Think
drops
about
back
your
down.
friends. Think of your family. Think about your love for me. Your want to live. Blank, blank, blank.
This wasn't that scene.
Yeah, it was. And
Was
then,
it?
yeah, remember, believe in the Simone that believes in you, or whatever.
And then he comes back screaming.
And then you know Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann is here!
Yup.
Red Send in the heavens! And then they both create awesome drills.
Oh yeah.
And
Hold
then
on.
they
Right
do it.
before- I want to go to this drum lick. I'm sorry, I'm a drummer. I love that.
I know, it's so good! Because it's right when he's throwing off the cape.
And then they're both revving up the drills.
And then you have the calm with the intense part after this. And the universe is just shattering around them.
And then the part that lost you the argument.
I know.
You should have never showed me that.
I like to say it's back to Ruby versus Maka and Kai versus
It
Simone.
always is because these two are
Amazing fights.
These are pretty even episodes.
And then they're like, Green Lanterns! Right! And then this amazing final thing, because you can tell right when the thing breaks right here, it's over. And then you get into that ethereal thing. You see Kyle looking up at Simone. It's such a good song. And that's my argument for Spiral of Emotion.
Okay, here's my argument for Death and Bloom. Obviously, I had to take Adagio version because it is the superior version.
Okay.
And there we go.
Man. Okay, that is a part that I think my personal music preference taste doesn't like. I don't like how the long note continues into the thing. I wish the long note cut off, and then there's like a bit of lead up into like the drop itself.
Drops back down.
And then it starts going back
And then we
up.
go back. Okay, and then we get into what makes this song so good. The lyrics. Moving forward. The promise we made. Citizens will be
Erased. Then
I don't know what effect they did on her voice, but it's so good.
yeah.
I just wanna. Can I go back to? Shit, wrong one.
Are you gonna go to the Japanese word?
No. I love that line. Keep moving forward. The promise we made. The whole thing's it's the tribute album. That's the freaking promise they made to the guy.
That they would make the song. That they would make the
That they would
matchup.
keep moving forward with the show. That they would keep going. It works for the characters because Ruby has the whole thing with her mother, and Maka is Maka, I think. I
And
don't
Maka
know.
is Maka. She looks like a character from that one show with the girl that goes, America, yeah. Hello.
What the fuck are you talking?
You don't know what I'm
about?
talking. You know the hello everyone. Oh my
No,
god.
not again. I keep running into this show. All right, but then
I will say, I like Spiral of Emotion. I will admit, Death and Bloom has a better chorus.
yes,
Death and Bloom has the better chorus. I'm glad we can both agree on that. But
Yeah.
I feel like Death and Bloom's highs are higher, but Spiral of Emotion rides the high the entire time.
that's true. It's a more consistent high, but I think,
Let's talk
like
about.
we were saying with the episodes, I think the emotion of Death and Bloom
Oh, you're right. But let's
carries
talk
it
about.
so much.
Josh, let's talk about this for a quick second, though. When you're an addict, Josh, you chase after that high, even if you're at a very bad low after that high. And even if the high is really good, you always go back to that low. So wouldn't you feel happy if you were always at a consistently good high? Even if it
That's
wasn't
very
as good as
true.
the
But with
drug
the
high?
high that The high that Death and Bloom is giving me, let's put it this way, I've never cried at a movie or a video game or anything. I came pretty damn close listening to Death and Bloom because of this fucking line.
The
It's coming. It's inventing ways with new opportunities. But how could this be two worlds? Oh wait, no, I missed it.
the wish you could see me
This.
now.
Oh my god.
And it fits Ruby's character because of her mom.
It fits Ruby's character. It fits freaking Death Battle because of the guy. And this is definitely a personal thing, but Jesus Christ, this came out not too far after my grandfather's passing, and
Oh,
Jesus
shit, I can't
Christ,
fight
did
against
I fucking feel that.
Oh shit, I can't fight against that. Or maybe I can.
I'm telling you, when I
Spiral of
when I
Emotion
become
is the-
famous, this is going to. When I become famous, I'm playing fucking Death and Bloom.
I like to say that that Spiral of Emotion is the better album cover.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So it should win because of that.
Oh shit, okay. But I haven't even talked about the
Again,
piano. I love the piano.
you're convincing me, and this sucks because Spiral of Emotion is probably one of my most listened to songs this year. Actually, hold on. Let me go to my Wrapped. I can actually say where it is.
I can definitely tell you, if this wasn't the Adagio version, I'd give it to Spiral of Emotion.
There's two versions.
Yeah, the original one he released didn't have the piano.
I see. Yes.
And then, like, the day after, he released the Adagio version, which is the thing with the piano. Because everyone kept clamoring, like, hey, where's the piano? It made it sound so cool.
All right, I'm looking at my top songs right now. Oh, it's actually Super that's second.
Oh, Super is so good.
Yeah, Spiral of Emotion's my 11th most listened to song.
If we did, like, a best ofs tournament of, like, the best battle songs,
I think
that would be fun.
I think we'd probably have a 24-hour stream on our hands
Oh, yeah.
because we'd be arguing like which one would be in like the top 10.
Oh, yeah.
I
But-
agree with you in Death and Bloom though, just because of all that
Oh, it's
emotional.
so fucking good.
Hell's Angels.
Thank you. Thank you. I know that Game Over is iconic and people love it.
Dude, Hell's Angels though, it's so
Hell's
good.
Angels is
And
so
know how we made the
cool.
argument that the Spider-Man one's really good? Everything that's good about Game Over is summarized in the beat drop after Immortality.
It is.
Like, oh, it has
It's
that.
such
It
a
has
good-
that nice build up. It has okay, that's some fun vocals, and I like the "Make Me" that happens during this part too when you hear the bell chime in the fight.
I wish that the bell chime was in the song.
Make me. I love this song.
That beat drop is so good.
You know everything I said about Spiral
wish that
Emotion.
the bell was in it.
You know everything I said about Spiral Emotion. It goes double for Hell's Angels because it's my 5th most listened to song.
Nice. Living a lie, it's something I'm
If-
sure to
Every time I
find.
imagine this part here, I just imagine the you know the stair.
Oh yeah, like this fits
The character so well.
Master Chief versus Doom better than Halo for.
Yeah, there's one thing
It's
though.
not even for their
This-
character.
Oh. Ooh, hits.
This song will always remind me of one of my favorite comments I saw when Ghost Rider vs. Spawn came out. No matter who you're rooting for, metal fans will always be will be the true winners.
Yeah, because it's great.
because this song goes so
And,
hard.
and also, Hell's Angels has the better album cover.
That's debatable. I
I'm
think they're
sorry.
even.
The Spawn skull with the green fire representing the hellfire that Spawn has, looking like Ghost Rider with the chains combined of Ghost Rider in his and the bullets.
That's true, but Fury Bowser eating the egg spaceship, whatever the hell, the
Death Egg.
egg star,
Death
Death
Egg.
egg, that's what it is. With the spiral of all the items from the games, I don't know. They're even. They're cool. They're both really cool.
All right.
This bit is awesome.
And then the part up here is just like, ooh, it just hits the right way everywhere. And then just like Ooh.
That build up into it, and then we
To,
skip
qu-
a little forward.
to quote Deadpool, I'm touching myself tonight.
This bit,
It's an
the
amazing
monotone.
to lead into the final part of the fight. How about you get a taste of your own goddamn medicine?
You've been swearing the entire time. Why the hell are you stopping now?
Isn't that what he says?
No, goddamn medicine. You said
Oh.
darn.
They said darn.
You said darn.
I thought Al Simmons said darn.
No.
I ate sin for breakfast. How about you have a taste of
He's
your
voiced
own
by Keith
goddamn
David. You think
medicine?
he would say darn?
And then after the fight, Spawn goes to him and how, so things look bad.
And then there's just this.
And
like,
then there's this
30
part
second
that
bit
was
that's
just
not even in the episode.
no, it is in the episode. It's used during the conclusion.
In the conclusion, but not the like fight.
Yeah, and it's so good. It's so good. This chord right here. Ooh. Yeah, Deadpool
That
was
was
right.
beautiful.
I am doing that tonight.
Oh,
To
yeah,
this
it's Hell's
song. It's Hell's Angels. Skin Deep.
Let's get deep.
Skin Deep.
Now this is a fight.
Hell's Angels. You got your emotion for Hell's Angels for having that legacy and feeling. Hell's Angels got that emotion in spades, representing the characters they got so well, and having that just powerful emotional sound with that vocals that I have not really heard from Brandon Yates in a very long from most of his songs. And then Tyson Yen with that breakdown in the middle of the I'm not ashamed as it represents Spawn going through his entire journey inside of the comics. And that's how he even got that heavenly vestment form in the first place.
That's true.
You're gonna play the first few seconds of the song and say, "There's
No,
my
I'm going
argument."
to. No, I'm going to play the ending.
Does that mean I get
This
to
is
choose a part of the song too?
Yeah. Where everything comes in. Again, in all honesty, I think that the chorus for Death and Bloom is just slightly better than Hell's Angels.
That
Just because of what it means.
the,
Like,
em-
very
the emotion and
personally.
value in real life, yes, agreed. But like,
And how the drums slow down to emphasize the death. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. I'm not gonna lie. Just because of how slow the beginning is for this one, I have to give it to Hell's Angels.
Hell's Angels has okay. I'll give it to you that the emotion of it is better than Hell's Angels. But when you,
Yeah,
when
because
I,
Hell's Angels isn't going for emotion.
Hell's Angels is just going, you are listening to a slaughter between two gods, and that is
This
what you are gonna get.
this is the epitome of cool in the 90s.
This is
Why?
this is
Fuck you, that's why.
this is the Grim Reaper versus Death.
Yeah, this is the Undertaker.
It is. Man.
I,
Now here's what we always knew it was gonna come down to.
it always was.
The matchup we skipped from the first one.
I know who I'm rapping.
I know who I'm repping too. Hell's Angels.
Skin Deep.
Yep.
I cannot get over the fact that Skin Deep is one of the best songs in Death Battle.
Hell's
Even like one of the best lyrical songs in Death Battle, and I can't understand any of it other than 3 words.
It still has the feeling though, so you understand
It
what
has-
it feeling
yeah.
is trying to go for.
It's perfectly. It's just grimy. It's gore. It's just.
Yeah, but like
It's
Hell's Angels got the better
menacing.
but Hell's Angels got the better album cover.
Skin Deep's album cover is hard to draw.
Yeah, Skin Deep's album cover is hard to draw.
It's very hard to. I just remember Mahito and Sugar versus Shigaraki came out. Everyone said this is an artist nightmare.
It is.
It's all hands.
It represents more Shigaraki than it does Mahito, because Shigaraki has
Yeah,
all the
Mahito has a
hands.
lot more like hand stuff in the show. I think.
Sort
I
of.
don't know. I didn't see the show.
No, I didn't see the show either. It's JJK.
I didn't see the show.
I didn't see the show either. But wanna
A
know what I
buddy
have
coding
seen?
is more of a.
I've seen the Nick Cage, but Nick Cage plays Ghost Rider. So yeah, and Keith David Spawn.
Hold on, what if we played them at the same time? This is idiotic.
I was really hoping that the beat drops would match up.
This is unlistenable.
That was unlistenable. But wanna know what part I really enjoy listening to that the most?
Was it the
Hell's
fucking Edge
Angels.
of Mortality?
Hell's Angels, Edge of Mortality.
I will give ya that beat drop is really fucking sick.
Skin Deep has
Oh.
probably one of my favorite beat drops in it, but all the other my favorite beat drops come from Hell's Angels. Because like you
That's
got the
true.
beat drop from the intro, you got the "Could we change the ending? What would that mean for beasts like you and me?" And
That's
then
cool. If I'm gonna get nitpicky, I'm the ghost spawned from the darkest black.
yeah, but that's funny. But that's
It
funny.
is kind of funny. But like when you're going for the coolest fucking song, I think the ghost spawned from the darkest black.
Well, I mean,
It's a little teetering on the. I mean, it does fit the characters to be like teetering on. Like, okay, are we really a little too edgy?
are we being a little too edgy? Yeah, it would fit the characters because Al Simmons has an entire chapter of his entire book where he complains about being a white guy when he gets revived.
That's true. I mean, they did cover that in the episode.
They did. And Al Simmons can turn into a human. Yeah. He looks like Johnny Blaze, whatever his name is. Ghost Rider.
I was about to make the argument of like which song could you put into the media of any respect of like their respective characters. Both songs fit perfect. Like you could put them in a Ghost Rider movie, a Spawn movie. You could put it in a Battle of My Hero or a Jujutsu Kaisen battle, and they all fit.
I'll make an argument for one thing. I actually lied. I've seen 2 episodes of JJK. They are
Isn't one.
their fight music isn't too like that, to my knowledge. I remember
I don't
it
know.
being
I
a lot
haven't
more.
gotten to the Mahito bits.
Everything I remember from it was a lot electronic like.
Well, that's why you have the.
You're right. And My Hero, you can basically just put music in. I don't know.
You can-
It's My Hero.
Yeah, I don't.
We need a
What do you
My
mean beat
Hero
my ass?
expert.
I'm sorry, fucking saying it. Wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta see if Cody's in. Hold on. I'm going to get a third freaking party in a second. Give me a second.
I opened up another chat on Discord and I'm so glad because it would have just randomly shown the fish from Amazing Digital Circus.
Look, you're never gonna find our buried treasure.
What?
Okay, hold. Okay, I've been. Okay, so I've been. Hold just a second.
Are you calling someone on your phone?
No, I'm going to fucking add them to this call. Wait, no. How the hell we gotta do this?
We
Hold on.
can't do that. We can't add them to the
Hold
call.
on. I'm gonna put together a call.
Wow. Wow.
Just to settle this. I'm like, actually, we probably should have done this from the get go to get just to get a third person. Okay, hold on. How do I make Bandy thing? Okay, I need you, and I need you. No time for questions, Cody.
Hold on. Do I have to join a call?
In a minute.
Okay.
Questions.
So we hear you're some sort of My Hero Academia expert.
There's no time for questions. Just settle
Yeah,
this.
I am, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're debating which song fits better in their source material. Hell's Angels for both Ghost Rider and Spawn, and Skin Deep for both JJK and My Hero. Uh,
Welcome to the stream.
welcome to
Mm,
the stream, by the way. You're
Welcome
live
to the
in
stream.
you're live in front of one person.
Live from your house.
that's awesome. I'm watching Umasune Girls play Poppy Playtime right now. This is
Fire.
You're
great.
settling this debate now.
You're finishing. You're settling this debate for like a quick second, okay?
I'm just gonna tell you. I think there might be a little bias. There is a Shigaraki, like little figurine.
Yeah, I
on
was
your
about to
disc.
say, I'm going skin deep. I have an extreme bias. I have what is called a shiglection. So
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't
okay.
told you about this Shig.
Hold on. Do I
Hold
ask?
on. Let's play both the songs just to get.
Yeah, play
a-
play
just
the
to get
intro.
a-
Play like the
Okay.
play like parts of
Yeah, the
both.
first minute. We'll play the first minute of.
okay.
You can hear it, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Hell's Angels is Loki Buns. I won't lie to you.
Okay, so this person's opinion no longer matters. Their opinion no longer matters.
We didn't even get to the chorus. My man said this.
Pop off my shablang-a-loing doggy domes. I don't care.
But dude, dude, you ruined it.
Dude, you ruined it.
I'm the one that tells lies.
I'm the one that lies. Dude, you ruined it.
You ruined it.
All
I
right,
love,
All right.
I
let's
love you. I
skip.
love you, Charlie. Smiling Friends appearing in every media ever. Oh, I love Smiling Friends.
Hello, Skin Deep.
Oh, Skin Deep is gonna be peak. I can sense it.
We shouldn't have said what the matchups were for.
we really shouldn't have.
You really shouldn't have, because there's an automatic bias now.
All right. Actually, no. The debate that we were trying to go for was: does this fit Shigaraki and Mahito as characters? And we knew that you could speak on the Shigaraki.
Oh yeah.
Damn it.
All right, so we're back to even. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
The answer is yes. Yeah. Shigaraki's a D1, and Hirokoshi sucks at writing, and he shouldn't have died. Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Wow.
Merry Christmas. All right, thank you.
Merry Christmas, guys.
All right, that's all we need you for.
Our stream is now going to be rated by every single fan ever known to man. Alright, so now that our stream is going to be rated to every single anime fan known to man.
Pretty much, yeah. So
Yeah.
we've gone no.
So we've gotten nowhere, so
We flip a coin, or do we try to call somebody else in?
flip a coin.
Flipping a coin.
This is the finals and we're flipping a coin. Heads because of the head.
Yeah, I was about to say heads because there's a head right there.
I really hope luck's in my favor this time. I'm feeling lucky. Damn it. Fun fact, fun fact, guys. This is exactly how when we debate who's gonna win the death battles.
Yeah, we just flip a coin. I mean that's between two S+ tiers.
I think I would have been happy either way. I'm kind of bummed that Hell's Angels didn't win, but like I'm happy either way. So we got one more, right?
we have one more. And
So,
this one comes with a bit of a catalyst.
yeah,
I think I'm using that word right.
yeah. Happy Dolphin.
Final bout. So what the fuck?
What's
I don't
final?
know, what the...
So what's G? What's final bout?
Oh golly, oh Gillibrand. What is final bout?
You might be wondering, what is final bout? I'm wondering
I'm
the same
glad.
thing. Wow. Please tell us.
Well, you shouldn't be.
Please tell us,
because
JT
you were
McBrides.
working on it.
Oh,
with
yeah.
me.
Final bout. I'm working on it with you.
Yeah, so we do so much death battle shit because we're nerds and we have no life outside of this.
I don't have a girlfriend, so my
And-
power scale to make up for that lack of connection.
I don't have one anymore either. So
Oh,
hey, yo,
hello.
what's up? Welcome to
Welcome to the stream.
You're on stream. You're on
You're on
You're on
stream.
stream.
Oh,
I don't know what you said, so I'm just gonna continue moving
I think he
forward.
was just singing Tiptoe through the window.
All right. So, what is this final bout?
So we do so much death battle stuff. We decided, hey, let's make one ourselves, and so we are. But
And
that's it.
yeah,
We're making our own death battle show.
yeah, and it's called Final Bout.
It's called Final Bout.
He's Josh and
Because-
I'm Lincoln, and we just crunch the numbers and make people fight for fun.
Pretty much. I don't remember what the actual line was.
Yeah, I
We
don't
wrote
remember
it so
either.
long ago.
Yeah, we did the
have
recording so long ago too.
We have a one episode in the works at the moment,
It's
and
Barney Gumble versus Peter Griffin.
pretty much. And I've gotten bored and just used our template to make a shit ton of thumbnails.
Some of-
17 to be exact.
17. Wow.
Yeah, there's 17 of them.
Wow,
I got really bored. Soon to be 18 because I want to make Fox versus Gideon Graves.
Well,
I really like that matchup now.
all right, so let's see what's gonna happen in this final bout. Ding
But
ding.
so yeah, but yeah, I made a bunch of these thumbnails. We're gonna judge them. Actually, let's judge them off the thumbnail themselves first.
and then we're gonna go back in and see how the matchup.
And yeah,
which
we'll judge
matchup
them
we
off
like
the
more?
matchup.
All right, thumbnail.
Killer
Max
Clowns from Outer
versus
Space
Moon
versus the Martians from Mars Attacks, or Moon Knight versus the Max.
I like to say the Marvel Rivals render is super clean, and then the Max is also super clean with that fan-made render. And I have bias here because the Max is my favorite comic of all time.
Yeah, I kind of like the Moon Knight versus the Max one.
That's not his middle finger, that's his claw. Luke and
Really,
Rock.
I did.
Luke and Rock versus
I like- Yeah, Ippo Makanauchi versus Little Mac.
Luke and Rock definitely have the cooler effects, but I think Ippo versus Mac have the lighting and all that. Like, it looks like they're in a boxing arena and just showing two different sides.
It's cooler lighting, and I think the renders are also cleaner. I could not find a render for Luke to save my life.
Yeah, that's the only render of Luke ever.
He's the only render
Of
that
Luke
ever
ever.
exists.
Chucky versus Springtrap and Jason versus Sadako. So we're going full horror right now.
There's
I'm-
more to come too.
I'm gonna be honest. I like the idea that Springtrap's looking down at Chucky.
Yep.
Oh, and in the background it shows both the spirits and spiriting them.
Yeah, there was no renders of Charles Lee Ray. There was only one with like his freaking
Yeah, it's Dead by
mugshot or
Daylight.
something.
It's Dead by Daylight.
Nah, it's not even that. But
I think Jason versus Sadako looks really good, but I have to give it to Chucky versus Springtrap.
really,
Yeah, I like the glitching effects, but like Chucky versus Springtrap has like I like the characters in the back. And it
honestly,
looks like
personally, I would have given it to Jason Sadako. I like the simplicity of it.
it's
but
simple,
Yeah, yeah.
but
let's
like
go Chucky.
Springtrap looking down at Chucky's awesome. Columbo versus Light.
And honestly, there's no contest.
It's Columbo versus Light.
That is one of my favorite thumbnails I've ever made in my life.
Just one more thing. I am justice.
I am not a fan of putting like the text on the thumbnails.
But
I
this
think
is
it just
cool.
looks tacky. But this is the one exception.
Yeah, it
I've ever
fits,
been
it
able to
fits.
make.
The
Ash
guy
versus Denji versus the guy versus Eddie.
Ooh, I don't know who the guy already are.
The guy is from Disturbed. Eddie is from Iron Maiden. They're
Oh,
the
so they're
band
the band
mascots.
mascots. So the band mascots, I like the since they're both metal. I like the backgrounds of it, but like, dude, the using the comic renders for Ash and then using the colored render from the manga for Denji's pretty cool.
Yeah, Ash versus
And
Denji.
the
I want
blood
to
stain
remake
and
the
the
guy.
blood stain.
And the freaking Evil Dead 2 skull.
He actually showed me this one. That's why I made the drawing of the matchup.
Yeah. Honestly, I want to redo Guy versus Eddie. There's no good renders of either of them.
Spamton and Alistair versus and John Wick versus Michael. Why John Wick versus Michael Myers?
It's Baba Yaga versus the Boogeyman.
Oh my God, Michael Myers sweeps. Or does he?
Honestly, I kind of do want to try that one out. But anyway,
Alistair
this
versus
one's a
Spamton.
toss-up for me.
Alistair versus Spamton has the better looking overlaying effects, but I like the backgrounds of John Wick versus Michael Myers more. Like,
So which it'll be, because it's a toss-up for me.
yeah, this is a toss up. But I gotta say, if you want to be a big shot, you use Deltarune. Agent Smith versus Sin and Danny versus Scott. Okay, so I really like Danny versus Scott. I like the signatures on the black and white photos.
Oh yeah, that is a fun one to make.
That's really sad because I really like Agent Smith versus Sin, but I feel like there's more detail somehow in the simplicity of Scott Pilgrim versus Danny Sexwing. Ooh,
Oh,
this
right.
is a tough one. Quarterfinals.
Ooh,
This is a very tough one. I like the renders of both. Not gonna lie.
good renders.
The
I know
rend
Danny vs. Scott, they're just screenshots. One of them is from the trailer for the Scotch animated series.
Yeah. Max has Julie on his back though, and is.
I have no idea who these people are.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Look, you just gave me these characters. I
Yeah,
just
yeah, you're right. So, up to you, man. I'm fine with either of these. Danny versus Scott,
I'm always gonna go Danny versus Scott.
Freddy
Oh,
versus.
well, Freddy versus Pennywise. He did not show up in the first round.
He did not show up in the first round. And it still goes to Epo versus Mac for me.
Really?
I think the renders for Freddy and Pennywise are really good, but unfortunately, Freddy's one looks too much like the how the movie should have ended guy.
Yeah, you convinced me.
Ooh, this is a tough one. Do we choose choose the most toxic fan base of all time, or do we choose the most toxic fan base of today?
I was about to say, what are you talking about?
For FNAF fans or Hasbin fans, which one do we satisfy?
Oh God,
I still
Deltarune fans. Hold on, I think that Alistair for Spampton, they're both two pretty toxic fan bases. Meanwhile, Child's Play is kind of just there.
Child's Play is like, when are we getting another good movie? No, you get another season of the Chucky Show.
The Chucky Show is good, I heard.
I know the Chucky Show is good, but they want movies.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
So, Alistair versus Spampton, so we don't get sued.
Yep. I also just kind of like the thumbnail more.
No, not this one. Oh, not this one.
Ooh.
Not this one. The halftone on Ash. Look at that halftone on Ash.
Halftone and Ash, but the coloration of Columbo versus Light.
You're right. Just one more
The blue
thing.
and red.
But just one more
Just
thing.
one more thing.
There's blue and red on the other one too.
That's true, but that's more unintentional. More that
You're
was
right,
more
you're right.
like that.
And it looks more like the police sirens.
Mm.
Ooh, this is a tough one. I like Epo versus Mac, and I like Danny versus Scott a lot. I feel like they both really represent the fights that they're a part of.
Hmm.
So,
You're leaving it up to me.
I'm leaving it up to you, so I know what you're gonna choose.
I have had a problem with the lighting of this. I think it's too harsh.
On
I think the
Epo,
lighting
is
is
making
harsh.
Epo look too white? What?
Mm.
Epo has
It just obscures the renders. It feels
okay, so
weird.
Danny versus Scott it is.
Even though I do want to find a different render of him with
He-
the damn guitar.
Yeah, he looks.
It just looks like
very-
he's jacking off.
I don't want to think of that. Let's move on.
Yep.
Columbo.
Oh.
Columbo versus Light. I don't care if we get hate comments.
Yeah, I know.
So just one more thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Columbo vs. Light is my best thumbnail I've ever made.
And now we're gonna go into this entire thing again, but actually look at the matchups and the reasons why we have the matchups.
themselves.
Okay, Jason versus Alco and Clowns versus Martians. You made both of these matchups, so I'll let you take this away.
Clowns vs. Martians, they're both kind of campy B movies about, these.
Actually, the B movie has Jerry
Aliens.
Seinfeld in it.
Shut the fuck up. These just like these B movies of aliens coming down, killing us all with wacky ass weapons. I think it's a fun little matchup. I think that the clowns win, but the Martians do have a comic series, so I have no idea.
Yeah. And then Jason versus Sadako. They're two vengeful spirits, right?
Yep, vengeful spirits. The West versus East.
Yeah.
We've actually debated this before quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's still up in the air from what our research is giving
Yeah,
us.
we're not able to actually come up with a definitive ending for this one, and that's kind of shocking.
And kind of based off that, I do like Jason versus Sadako a bit more.
I feel like I like how Sadako looks like she's crawling out of the thumbnail, and Jason looks like he's trying to keep her in the thumbnail.
Get in the box. No! Get in the box. No!
Get out of my skin! All right, so Jason versus Sadako.
I like Jason versus Sadako.
Ooh, Jason. Okay, so spoilers for Aspen Hotel Season 2. I like Alistair versus Spampton even more just because of the deal constraints. Spampton wanted more, like, popularity, I guess. And that
Honestly,
equals
I like-
power.
Alistair versus Spampton has quickly come up to be one of my top 10 most wanted death ads.
I say this as someone who actually hates Alistair with a burning passion. I like this one a lot.
It fits their characters, they're deal makers, but they have like such differing personalities.
It's gonna be really
To
funny
balance
when
out
Alistair
each
goes,
other.
"I know something you don't know, big shot," and then he gets one shot.
This one is one that I'm very excited for to research whenever Hazbin Hotel is
Over.
finished. It'll be the only good thing that'll come out of the ending of that show.
Yeah. It's
Well,
gonna
not
be
the
real.
only, but I'll be looking. This is the one
Please,
thing I'll look
Spamton, I
forward
need
to.
this. I'm being
My
called a
staff
fraud.
is kind of broken.
Please, Spamton,
I
I
live
need
in a
this.
hotel.
I'm being called a fraud. I'm being backed up by Vox's pet shark.
I need to get the fuck. I'm inside Fox's pet shark. I need to get the fuck out.
My staff broke again because I tripped and fell.
Oh.
Slimer versus King Boo is one I understand, but I don't really like. I feel like there's a lot more iconic ghosts that you can put up against the iconic movie Ghost. Because I'm not saying
That's
that King Boo isn't a bad choice, but like,
That one was kind of fun, just because it was like a ghost hunter, basically like the pet of the ghost hunters versus the ghost hunted.
yeah,
But now it's just the ghost. I don't know.
I
I do
it's
like
nice. They
Agent
both have
Smith
Ecto
versus Sin
Kool-Aid.
London.
They both got Ecto Kool-Aid or something.
Yeah, probably.
Uh,
I do like Agent Smith versus Sin more though.
Yeah, Agent Smith versus Sin is a better matchup. I remember we talked about this matchup when we changed it from Sin versus Stolas to Agent Smith versus Sin. We went for the Hasbin route for Alistair versus Spamton, right?
Oh shit! We forgot to give the big reveal of this round. One
Oh.
of these thumbnails we're going to is our episode.
Yeah,
I completely forgot about
yeah. One
that.
of these thumbnails is our episode. Agent
Yeah.
Smith versus Sin is a really cool one, although I like that.
I know that we do know someone who could do a perfect Sin voice, so
Yeah, me. Hello, I'm Sin, and I like to kill the murder drones, and I go kill the murder drones, and I go like la di da 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 da.
God fuck damn it.
Yeah.
So I had a stroke. It's true.
So I had a stroke. It's true.
It's true.
All right. So Freddy versus Pennywise and Chucky versus Springtrap. I like the matchup of Freddy versus Pennywise more.
Really?
I understand Chucky versus Springtrap. It's two guys that were serial killers being put inside of something that was made for kids that was tainted to become evil and kills kids now or kills
and then
adults
now
for
and then now they have like some weird thing about souls.
yeah. And people find them hot for some reason.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
And but Freddy versus Pennywise is one that I find really interesting just because of the interactions that the characters could have. They're two massively based on mental projection characters, and I feel like it's gonna be really funny when Freddy is like, "Let me pop your balloon," and he's like, "Nobody wants to be down with the clown anymore." Yeah, no one wants to be down with a jackass like you. What? But then
Hey.
again, Welcome to Derry adds a lot of stuff, so it's no longer the fraud
Dude.
Pennywise doing
No.
just losing to
Welcome
people
to
making fun of
Derry.
him.
In all honesty, Welcome to Derry gives Pennywise so much and then gives him another lose con.
That's insane.
Do you mind if I spoil just a small bit?
Yeah, sure.
He's not resistant to like mind fuckery apparently.
Oh, so he's just gonna kill
So,
him.
so Freddy just because the freaking like the chef from The Shining,
Yeah,
he's in the show.
I know he is.
He's like he's
yeah.
like a Halloran.
Yeah, the scene where Pennywise is first introduced, he actually gets the jump on him.
Yeah, he freaking goes down to just some guy with psychic abilities.
Who are you?
So like, I've been debating this with my buddy Flynn, who's like a huge Stephen King like expert, and I've been saying Freddy fucks him up.
I personally think Freddy fucks him up too, and I personally think it's a better matchup. But
I will
guess,
never forget the freaking Death Battle cast where they make the whole joke about the scaling of that one kid. What the fuck was his name?
cause the fucking turtle on him.
Yeah.
The one that's gonna be really funny. It's gonna be like
Descaling.
Pennywise is gonna like look around. Where is he? I want to say hi to Freddy, and then like a turtle's gonna cross the road. Surprise!
No, he's gonna show up on a turtle. Hey ha, motherfucker!
A beam reference.
Based beam reference.
Doomsday versus S. We didn't see that one
Shit,
last round.
was this one even? It wasn't in the last round. Where did
Okay,
it go?
So the hard to kill lizard versus the hard to kill guy. Wow.
It's
Okay.
fine.
It's an okay matchup. I feel like it's
It's an okay
too
matchup.
basic for connections.
Yeah.
The guy who
Now Danny's
Danny versus Scott, the guy you never thought could pull versus the guy who can't pull.
this guy you never thought could pull, and the guy who can't pull and yet pulls the entire world.
Yes, and
Man.
they're both rock stars. They both got really
Blue bass guitar.
they got some really weird connections. They like have sex with anything
They
that
have
moves.
bands with sex in the name of it.
They have sex with anything that moves.
Yep.
Yeah, Danny versus Scott.
I like Danny's.
No,
Uh,
no. Oh, I didn't want this one to happen.
One of your top matchups is going against one of mine.
My top matchup now that they did Simone versus Kyle. Ooh, this is horrible. Okay.
I mean, you already know where I'm gonna.
Yeah, you're just going with Columbo versus Light, and I understand
Columbo is one of
completely.
my favorite shows of all time. Call me old, all you damn well please in the
Old.
comments. Fuck you. Columbo is one of the best shows of all time.
Moon Knight versus Max. Max is one of the best comics of all time for me. And I like the idea that could just randomly take place inside of Moon Knight's Outback, and it's just full of a bunch of random shit, and it keeps constantly changing based off of which person's in control.
That is a fun episode.
'Cause-
Where I go with Columbo versus Light, both of them fit so well that either one of them could just be an episode of the other one's show. Because Columbo, most of the episodes will revolve around the killer, as just
Ooh.
Columbo pops in every now and then.
And goes one
And
more
then Death
thing
Note is about he's like it freaking lights them.
about a killer. Okay, Columbo versus Light. I hate to see my goat, the Max, go, but maybe
It's a niche matchup, but I really do wanna
it would be a fun
make
matchup.
this bigger.
I like the idea of him like just doing.
This also wasn't in the last one. What the hell happened?
I have no idea, but I like King K. Rool versus King Pig more than I like Epo versus Mac, and I know you're gonna be really mad at me for that.
That's true, yeah. Both of them are in my definitely top 20s.
Imagine how funny it is though, like their first interaction. K. Rool goes, "I hate those stupid monkeys," and then the pig goes, No, no. The reason that they start attacking K. Rool is that they look at his belly and they think it's an egg.
You've convinced me. As much as Epo versus Mac is one of my most wanteds. This one's too dumb to not put further.
Or they could see like an open banana, they take it, and they're like take all the bananas, and they think they're just golden eggs.
Banana.
Okay, so I'm more on Rock versus Luke, and I'm assuming you're more Ash versus Denji. So we can probably.
Definitely.
So let's talk about both of these sides. You go first.
Ash versus Denji. They're both devil hunters. You know, I mean, I'm gonna go for my horror rep every day of the week. They have personalities.
Have you ever fought against? Have you ever fought against Luke? Man, that's a horror rep right there.
Yeah, pretty. Have you ever been put in the corner? That's a horror. The horror is beyond your comprehension.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't understand the hate that Ash versus Denji gets. I like it.
All right. Rock versus Luke. So they're successors to their main series game protagonists, with Luke kind of being a successor to a mix of Ryu and a tiny bit of Guile, because Guile appears a lot in his story, and Rock being the successor, of course, to Terry, being the son of Geese. They both have connections to basically a lot of the bad
Geese.
things. For example, Luke has connection to the remains of Shadowloo because of his military work he used to do, and Rock has connections to Geese because he's Geese's son.
Jeez.
And they
I
both,
always forget that Luke was in the military.
well, that's because Luke is a jackass.
Yeah, that's true. So are most people in the military. Nah, just kidding.
Ooh. Wait, no, now the U.S. Army is gonna leave hate comments, dude.
First it's the Hasbin Hotel
That-
fans, now it's the military.
Dude, man, two of the most toxic
Yeah.
communities.
Oh wow, we pissed off two different communities, and the amount of hate comments didn't change.
We gotta stop. All right,
That's
so
fine.
there's one fault I'd like to point out in Ash versus Denji. Denji isn't like. Does Ash think he's a superhero?
Think Denji's a superhero, or think he's a superhero?
Does Ash think he's a superhero?
No, he believes he refers to himself as the king.
Denji's whole thing, part 2 on, he like actually becomes something called the Chainsaw Man, and he just does what he pleases if it kills demons. And at one point, he leaves a bunch of people to die, and he says, "But there's a cat though," and he saves the cat.
Yeah, Ash is kind of a prick. He kind of just starts. He's like Frank West. Ash is one of my most wanted characters on Death Battle, and honestly, Frank West is a good secondary. But I like Denji more because I think their personalities.
Denji rides a shark, and Ash rides a girl. There's 2 differences. Okay.
That's a good one.
Because of that line, I think we gotta do Ash versus Denji.
I think we really do.
Because of that line. Ooh.
This goes down to freaking Michael versus Jason.
Okay. I like Jason versus Sadako.
I do like Jason versus Sadako.
The only
I
connection.
want to give props to John Wick versus Michael Myers, though.
It is a good matchup, and I really like the thumbnail that you made for it. But the only connection I can really think of is a death of something close to them being the sister of Mike to his own hands and the dog for John Wick, and then Baba Yaga and the Boogeyman.
Yeah, they're both like unkillable beasts.
But they're just regular guys.
But like, and the core, just regular guys.
Michael Myers kicks him down a bunch of stairs.
Fuck, his one weakness, stairs.
And then Jason versus Sadako, it is like the epitome of childhood monsters.
Pretty much, yeah.
They drowned in all our sins. They drowned in our mistakes. All right, continue.
Yeah, I'd give it to Jason versus Sadako.
Oh, no way. Oh, 3 toxic fandoms, damn it.
And the Matrix is here too.
Yeah, Agent Smith
If
is
you
just,
ain't got a Phantom.
yeah, not since that new movie.
Oh,
All right, so
damn, was that movie bad?
I'm gonna be honest. I like Alistair versus Spamton matchup more. I'm a Murder Drones Glazer.
Thank you.
I'm a Murder Drones Glazer, but Sin wasn't able to accomplish the entire human race being put into that thing. Sin was able to accomplish a lot, but not to the point of Agent Smith. That I can't really see their connections besides their crazy AI.
I think there's more connections. I honestly really don't care. I just find Agent Smith versus Sin to be an entertaining matchup.
It's gonna be funny because
It's
Sin is
based
gonna
off
like
the power sets.
Sin is just gonna kill one. One's gonna go, God fuck damn.
God fuck damn it.
All right, Alistair versus Spamton.
But
It is.
meanwhile, like Alistair versus Spamton is just so much fun.
It is. Danny Sexbait and Freddy versus Pennywise. Wow.
Okay. Top 10 favorite matchups versus my most wanted matchup in all of Death Battle.
So, very fun horror matchup that I feel like we could make a really fun comedy off of. Versus Danny Sexbait versus Scott Pilgrim. 2 very funny guys that we could make a really funny thing about.
Okay, very cool horror matchup we can make a very good comedy about. And then Freddy versus Pennywise.
Yeah. I feel like both of these could make really funny fights if we decide to make them. But I feel like you could get more comedy out of Danny versus Scott. And also, I feel like their connections are really funny, too. Because Freddy versus Pennywise, all I can really think of is that they're crazy mind guys that feast on children's fears and kill them. And Danny
that's
versus
all you need.
And Danny versus Scott is just these 2 losers that somehow have a rock band and are able to do so much. And it's so funny to me. Because like, we're losers.
We don't have a rock band. We have a TV show. We have Final Bout.
Yeah, we have Final Bout. Okay, so Danny versus Scott. Columbo.
Ooh.
This is. So imagine this. King K. Rool is flying with his propellers, and the pigs start screaming, and they just think it's the boomerang bird.
I thought you were about to say King K. Rool's flying with his propellers. All of a sudden, here comes Columbo.
So there's one more thing. So I knew that you were the king of Rot in the end of the game.
You got up here. We are thousands of feet high.
But hear me out. There's just one more thing. There's better light in Columbo rap battles than there's any rap battles that have to do with K-Rool.
Rap battles?
Yeah, I really don't know how to fight for K-Rool versus King Big here. So
There's no rap battles with Columbo I've ever seen, and there's only really one good one with light.
Yeah, but there's at least one good one with light. There's no good one with King K. Rool.
Bitch, Flying Dutchman was.
I don't
good,
like
and
that
I will
one.
I will defend that one with my life. That's another tournament we should do one day.
Yeah, and
Freaking animation
I'm
versus everything.
hold on. Before we do that, we're automatically agreeing that we are putting "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared" versus "Smiling Friends" last.
Thank you. I okay. I understand what he was doing with it.
Yeah.
It's not a rap battle.
Quarterfinals: Jason versus Sadako and Ash versus Denji. The horror guys are back. I like Ash versus Denji because I like Chainsaw Man, and I like both of them more. But the
Is it weird to
connections,
say I kind of like Jason versus Sadako? It's just a smidge more.
I'm gonna be honest, I can get that when it comes to the connections. The connections are a lot more deeper than it is with Ash versus Denji, and I feel like the person,
Connections, and I think the fight is just so much more interesting
the
to
fight,
debate.
the fight would be like Jason versus Michael, but good.
Mm,
So yeah, Jason versus Sadako.
yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, it's frozen. It's frozen on your screen. Never mind, it's not frozen anymore.
Yeah.
Ooh, Alistair versus Spamton and Danny versus Scott. This is a tough one.
I love both these matchups.
Yeah. They both have such good connections as well.
I don't know why I always say like this is a close match when Danny versus Scott is my most wanted.
You made both of these. It's up to you.
I
I'm
didn't.
fine either. Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, but no, I did. I kind of go with Danny versus Scott. As much as I love Alistair versus Spamton, Alistair's show isn't finished yet.
It's up to you.
And
You're right.
Neither is Delta Room.
They're both unfinished, and they're not gonna be finished. All right, Danny versus Scott it is. Choose.
Win.
Ooh, Jason versus Sadako or Columbo versus Light. You're gonna choose.
Only thing.
You're gonna choose Columbo versus Light, aren't you?
No, the only thing they keep that is putting Jason versus Sadako a little bit higher.
Is that
Columbo
actually?
versus Light has been confirmed to be in the next season.
Actually?
Yeah, they said it's gonna be a bonus episode that Liam's gonna do
Oh, that's awesome! I can't wait.
because he has wanted to do this matchup for who knows how long.
All right, so Jason versus Sadako it is.
Yep.
And
Ladies and gentlemen,
gentlemen, it's one of these two.
one of these two matchups will be our first episode.
Expect the episode never. It's not coming out. Not with our work
At
ethic.
this rate, yeah, no, it's
Not with our work ethic. But
Not with
yeah.
our work ethic.
Let's just say that me, him, and a few other people show up as survivors. Or do they? Or maybe we show up as civilians. You'll never know.
What?
I don't know. I was trying to make a reference that we were in it without making it direct to a single one. So I was trying to make a reference to
What are you talking about?
both.
Survivors? It just sounded like you're making a Dead by Daylight references, but none of these people are in.
Well, not yet.
Actually, no,
Sadako's in.
Sadako is. Sadako is.
Yeah, but I
forgot
wasn't
Sadako.
making a Dead by Daylight reference. I was trying to like make a thing that sounded like we were in it. And like,
Bitch, we host it.
yeah, we do host it. The matchup is versus, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's neither. It's actually
The matchup is Max versus Moon Knight.
the matchup is. I'm trying to think of like a universally hated match. Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. The matchup is a redo of Jason versus Michael.
Actually, people would love that.
Oh, never mind.
Shit, what's a universally hated matchup?
It's Gil Grunge versus Cthulhu.
No, that'd be awesome. Hold on. No, it's freaking Alistair versus Black Hat. That's what it is.
Oh, I hate that matchup.
I hate that matchup.
Black Cat would whip his ass.
Oh my god, yeah.
We're
No,
doing it.
Springtrap versus Junko. We're doing Springtrap versus Junko.
We are also doing Marth versus Septile.
You mean Lucina?
Lucina versus Septile. She was Marth for a little bit.
No, we're doing Scott Pilgrim versus Kazuma.
No, we're doing Scott Pilgrim versus Earthbound guy, Ness.
Ness?
Yeah, I
They
don't know.
don't even have any connection. We're doing
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim versus Scott the Waz.
We're doing Cat Icarus versus Scott the Wasp. It's an army fight of all their characters. It's an army fight of all
Oh
their
my
characters.
I would love to do a Cat Icarus death battle. When do we get Long Dennis in death battle?
It's gonna be really funny when has this ever happened to you? He shoots Cat Icarus and Long Dennis comes up. It's time for us to get along.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I
shit.
didn't mean to press that. Okay.
All right.
Well, you guys saw what the two matchups were. You guys decide which ones we're probably gonna do. We're probably
And
gonna
we'll
do-
tease it when we actually have more of it finished.
Yep.
And let's
That's
just
it.
say It's horrifying to think how sexy that matchup's gonna be.
Stop.
It's a reference to both matchups.
I know.
Okay, thank you guys for joining this stream, and thank you all for watching. And yeah, it's been off center this entire time. All right,
Fuck.
don't worry, no, everything was seen though. We're gonna stop streaming now. See y'all later. Say goodbye to
Bye,
Santa.
bitches.
Bye, Santa.
Ho,
Bye,
ho,
Santa.
ho! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, everyone, or Happy Hanukkah, and Crazy Kwanzaa. That's what Krusty the Clown says.
Happy go fuck yourselves or something. I don't fucking know.
That's really mean. Okay, goodbye, everyone.